Yo, what's up guys? Welcome, Steve. How's it going, Steve? You in particular, I see you, Steve. Table. Flipping the tables as usual. Welcome back, my dude, Duck. Steve a Panda again, Dan21. Duck said it again, Sinister Smiley. Darth Carusi. Who else is here tonight? Scrolling, so much chat from the same people.
Cheap people through tonight as well.
What's up? I did, I can't confirm. What's up? The sunshine a little bit earlier. Call me Bacon Senpai, is that you? Welcome, friend. Panta Zerafina, why you bullying me? But welcome guys, everyone else that I did may have missed, apologies. But Sinister Smiley, what's up Sinister? Is that Ari? Wasabi? It's a me, Zypher guys well. Table?
Wasabi!
Table, why you bullying me, dude? I'm gonna report you.
Stop.
But guys, we are waiting for the players to get ready for just a moment, so we're gonna get some chat feedback quickly. Let me just get something up on the screen. So for those of you guys who don't know, basically the local scene finished the group stages, so only some of the teams have made it back through. I believe it is 8 if I'm not mistaken. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8 teams have made it through to the elimination round, which is a little bit more high stakes, a lot more high contests, a little bit harder brackets and whatnot. So let's get a chat, the vote for who they think is going to make it through to the finals and who's going to take the big W. Let's see if Silver Chat can potentially be Diamond Chat tonight. I mean, Sinister, dude, looking at the chat and who's here tonight, dude, what are your thoughts on? Do you feel like it's a low IQ chat tonight, or are they quite intelligent? What do you think, dude?
We've got RYL, Wasabi and Duck in chat. They can get some. Darth Caruso is here a lot, so maybe he's picked up a bit of what's happening in the scene. Don't know how informed Dead21 is yet. Miss Sunshine, maybe she's here a lot in the stream. I think it all comes down to just, I mean, we've been casting a lot, right? And
yeah, but have they been listening?
If you're here for most of the casts, you should have more or less an idea now of where the teams stand and how well each team is playing currently and how well they've had and how many success they've had in the past as well. On top of that. So for instance, to just name an example why I would mention past and present is GG Black got second last year, but they sort of had a bit of a slump in between and they were sort of trying to get back on. They had new members, they had some problem between members, you know. So there was a bit of issues and they were starting to slump a bit, but it seems like they are pulling back. Members are starting to settle down and they are getting that sweet spot. Like Pitar wasn't really performing that much in the beginning of the season, but he's really starting to pull through now by the looks of things. So just following the scene, you'll pick up on these things, you know. So I guess that's the biggest thing to note here.
So guys, basically you don't know this already, we're looking at your feedback. Who do you guys think is going to take the first group number 1, WRG at the top versus ATG? 1 in chat, if you think WRG going to take that win. 2 in chat, if you think ATG will be taking that match. Let's see if chat has any predictions, seeing as we are waiting for the players to get ready. So let us know, how do you think that first match is going to go? WRG or ATG for the win? I said something on Twitch versus Table. Table, appreciate that, dude. I will check it out after the stream. Apologies, I don't have Twitch open for the messenger at least. So we'll look at it as soon as we finish the stream. Zypher jumping on 1 says WRG going to take the win. So we got 2 votes for WRG. Sinister, I mean Caster's opinion. WRG versus ATG.
Unfortunately, I'm have to gonna give it to WRG Goon Squad, and the reason why I say unfortunately is I think ATG 0 is a really good team and they have room for growth. The problem is they literally just hit, like they haven't even started them. Okay, this is Open Cup. They reached Prem from First Division in Leg 2. Leg 3 is up and coming. It hasn't started yet. So they haven't even had any prac games in Prem, and being thrown right into the deep end into WRG means they are going to find out the hard way whether they can be in Prem or not. And that's just unfortunate thing that's going to happen here. And you know, RNG of how brackets is, or I don't know if there was some seeding involved, but at this stage ATG with WRG, I think definitely WRG is going to take it. I think ATG still needs to practice a bit before we can hit that final mark.
Okay. So you say there's quite a big difference between the teams, unfortunately, so it's going to be quite one-sided?
At the moment, yes. That's not to say that I don't think ATG has room for real improvement and that they might actually do much better towards the end of the leg.
Okay, so you guys,
because they are a hard-working team, and I think with a lot of practice and scrims, they can improve and maybe even break away from that below area spot, and maybe take some games off of the middle areas team, because there is still some teams in Prem that a lot of people aren't really taking into account, that I think is still beatable. There's still one era team there that I think, what is the names again? That in a second. But there is some teams I think that I would say it's like low to middle division, like Era Ali Dynasty. Millennium dropped out as far as I know. Maybe Nairobi All Stars. I actually have quite good. I think they can actually beat Nairobi All Stars because their bot lane is really good on ATG Zero side, where I think Nairobi All Stars still need some work.
Okay, so chat basically saying there's going to be a clean win versus the side of ATG for the WRG side. So I'll put a 2 over there just for the sake of it. And we'll put a 0 for the ATG side. Not saying that ATG don't have a chance, but casters and whatnot. So guys, we're going to put up Nairobi versus Subscribe to PewDiePie, which is actually happening right now. Unfortunately, can't cast it because it's at the same time as the current game. So that's is what it is. I like RYL's names this table. I do too. What's up, Mels? Welcome back, dude. Call me Wasabi, changing his name, Pog. I like it. Wasabi, where you at?
Is Nairobi All Stars game also happening now?
Right now, yes. So that's pretty
Why
hypey.
are people not scheduling these games properly?
Because apparently it was only arranged, or it only came out today. Even though they do challenge them, it doesn't come through or something. I don't know, some weird thing like that.
It's on the games now. Yo, dude, this makes me so angry sometimes. Come on, man. How are you supposed to cast these things?
Otherwise, they are up to a ton of games this week, so it's going to be a little bit inconvenient. I mean, I was considering maybe we should do, like, if there are days where there's no games or something, do, like, vodcast kind of thing. I don't know. Is that something other people would want? But, guys, let's quickly see. Nairobi All-Stars 2 for Naught versus STP. Nairobi All-Stars 2-1 versus STP. STP 2 for Naught versus Nairobi All-Stars, and then STP 2-1 versus Nairobi All-Stars. Guys, let us know who do you think is going to take the second match in Nairobi All-Stars versus Subscribe to PewDiePie. Get your votes in. 1 for 2 for Naught. Nairobi's taking the win. Nairobi 2-1. Option 2. STP 2 to Naught versus Nairobi All-Stars. Option 3. And STP 2-1 versus Nairobi All-Stars. Option number 4. Ori has gifted a tier 1 sub to Wasabi. What an absolute legend. Thanks so much, my dude. Much appreciate the support. Wasabi, you know, I have access to those emotes as well as text-to-speech when it is enabled, and a personalized welcome sign if you do choose to have one. Let me know if you want something.
I've actually quite mixed feelings about that. I think just the bot lane definitely a really hard problematic factor for any team. I think they have a really good bot lane, and I think when he wants to, jungling Moron can be fairly solid, and Lazy Lima is really good ganking. Problem I see is it's again the same issue that they had with Miss Newt in mid lane, where he's a very conserved mid laner. She likes to play it safe, and going up against a challenger mid laner, I guess for anyone, not even Miss Newt, is a very big issue, and it's an issue not super high tier. I think it's going to be a bit of a ruffle stomp in mid lane, and as you know, Kiddo, he likes to 1v9, go to different lanes and just win the whole map by himself. So that I can see is definitely a problem factor there. I do think in overall, Subscribe to PewDiePie can definitely win that. So I might give them a 2-1.
Well, we got the game started actually. So it looks like we'll get back to that poll in a few minutes, guys. The game is underway. Wait if I can find the...
And it seems like everyone agrees with me. 2-1, Subscribe to PewDiePie. Or the one person who voted?
I think we can just leave it up for till a little bit later. See what more, if we can get some people to get their opinions in. But don't worry about that for now. So looking at the bans so far, we have that Wukong takeaway. We've got Royalty in blue side, ATG in red. Should be a good match. Let me quickly enable those bans.
Oh, well, we're going to spectate it.
Wait, are you not in the lobby, dude?
No, I was not invited.
I forget I invited you to the lobby, man, actually, Beast. I could have sworn I invited you, dude. I apologize. Seriously, you're gonna have to watch off the stream, dude.
If I click on slanks or spectating is grayed out.
It's because they're in champ select, dude. No, they're in champ select. You can't spectate while they're in champ. You have to wait for them to get in the game. So you have to use the stream for the champ select.
By the way, guys, Sheep is a scuffed streamer. Don't forget.
But, Wow, Telecom streamer says Darth Cursey. Where's Regank the real prototypes jungler? Asked Nick. Oh, that's a very good question actually. So maybe they have to use a Smurf, not a Smurf, sorry, a sub due to the fact that the fact that there are a lot of matches this week means you have to schedule them as soon as possible. You only have today and tomorrow to get this match done, so perhaps they had to just force the game tonight for whatever reason. So looking at the two sides, we've got Ventorius, Malzel, Stardust, Red Raven, and Challenger Sloth versus Celestial Fever, Vanzel, Viper, Duck City, and Zadok. Zadok being the only person without royalty in their name. And Celestial, actually, I'll lie.
As far as I know, if you look at rules for scheduling games, not scheduling on a Monday is 0 penalty points. They don't force you at all to schedule on Mondays.
Yeah, isn't it Monday or Tuesday?
There's no way. Yes, from Tuesday on, you start getting penalty points. Monday is almost like a they give you Monday to start negotiating. In the rules, there's no penalty points for not scheduling on a Monday.
Dude, you know what they say, don't negotiate with terrorists. But
so the fact that they're forcing on a Monday if they don't have their main lineup is completely their fault.
Well, is Ari just completely scaffing that one? Yikes. But look at the comp so far. We have that Zadok locking with the Akali. Most likely will be placed in the mid lane on Viper, as he does play Akali, and Akali's so good at the moment. Really nice champion. I think they play Rise into Akali in the pro scene to counter it. But other than that, we got the Ari pickup for the side of Red. Ari versus Akali. Jungle Rek'Sai for Duck. Rek'Sai very, very highly contested at the moment, so very nice pickup for the royalty side. I like their comp so far. Kai'Sa as well, just one after each other, just power picks coming through from the side of royalty. Nautilus going to be banned away, so we're not going to be seeing that power pick for the side of royalty. So only 3 so far. Ezreal not bad in terms of early carry.
I think if Akali stays the same as she is now for most of the year and Riot doesn't for some reason nerf her, if there's no nerfs upcoming, I think that it's going to be a massive pick, and the fact that royalty is actually putting this in their comp, and there's not a lot of teams by the looks of things that is actually picking up the Akali in their team. And in pro play, all the Asian teams are picking Akali. If it's not banned 100%, you will see it either in top or mid, and it's because of that flex factor that also makes it an amazing pick. There's so many flex picks in the meta at the moment. I mean, you can pretty much first pick Nautilus and Akali straight off the bat, and even Galio maybe if you want to, like first 3 picks, and put it anywhere. And the enemy team wouldn't know what to counter pick it with, and they will have to just blind pick into it. And that's the really great thing, and that's what a lot of the pro people are doing at the moment in MSI actually.
Plus we got that Ashe lock in. Wait, what? Is that a mistake? Unless that's Ezreal. Wait, what? Is that Ezreal jungle? It can't be jungle Ezreal. Ari top, Lee Sin jungle, Ezreal mid, Ashe AD carry. Also could be Ashe support, but that is a very bizarre comp coming through for the side of ATG.
Red Raven has been playing Ashe a lot recently, so I'm probably going to say
Ezreal?
He's going to be on Ashe there. And I can maybe say Israel top, otherwise maybe Israel support if they play like a Frost Mancy type thing. I don't know if that's going to be really good for them, but yeah, Nick has a good point there. Probably could be Israel support, Frost Mancy Israel support, I don't know.
Yeah, you just pull it full AP, it does do some damage, but as for whether it's the best idea on Alping, especially, I'm not so sure, but we'll see what they can do. No remake coming through just yet. Dude, I gotta say that Royalty have gotten every possible OP pick that they could want. Maybe not Nami, some with the Nami or the Galio, and they've just got too strong of a comp, so, dude, the title is so highly contested. Akali, Rek'Sai, Kai'Sa, it just feels like Royalty have won this draft so badly.
Wait a second, I know what's going on.
It's a placeholder, says the other Pete. Kappa.
Guys, I know what's going on. That we don't have sort of the occult anymore, but hear me out for a sec. They're doing Stack Brothers. Guys, are we going to say the Stack Brother?
Sinister Soki's Stack Brothers.
If you guys know Civ HD, you know what Stack Brothers is. Someone in chat has to view me here. Someone must know what I'm talking about. Israel Ashe is Stack Brothers. You build sort of the occult, and what's that? Stack Book. And then, you know, with those two, that stackers used to have both the stacking items, but we don't have sort of the occult anymore, so I don't think it's viable. But it used to be a thing.
But unless the 2 team comes out, honestly, I think this is going to be a very quick game. I feel like it's going to be the 20-minute royalty stomp. Just my prediction there. Hashtag not biased. Sinister, any thoughts on your side?
Yeah, I'm going to call royalty win as well. Not sure what they're doing with that.
I feel like the comp's
Maybe
just
if
too
it
strong.
was 2013, I would say yes. Is at Israel Ash, boom, Stack Brothers gonna work.
So it's actually going to be the Akali on the top lane for Zanuck and Silas on the mid side instead. So they got a bit of a bamboozle there. The Royal Comp is a win, says Darth. Agreed. Stack Brothers sounds like a good name for a pancake place. I would go to a place called Stack Brothers and get pancakes, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
See how many you can stack up, dude. As many as you can stack up, you can eat.
How does the Stack Brother oath go again? I swear that I will stack until all my stacking has been done.
Okay, but guys, let's well, we have that 3 minutes basically. Let's just quickly go back to this predictions for chat, guys. We're trying to work out who chat thinks is going to take the entire cup through the elimination stage. So we've already voted on the first bracket. We're going to go back to the second bracket now, which is the game that's going on at the moment as well, which is Nairobi All Stars versus Subscribe to PewDiePie. Guys, let us know what your thoughts are. 1 in chat if you think Nairobi's going to take a 2 for 0. 2 in chat if you think Nairobi's will go 2-1 versus SDP. 3 in chat if you think SDP will go 2 for 0 versus Nairobi's, and SDP versus Nairobi's 2-1. Who do you hire for what table? What do you mean hire? Royal doesn't really have good engage losses, alright? Fair enough, that's true. But I mean, as well as the fact that they are fairly AP heavy. They have the Silas, the Akali, plus the Kai'Sa AP hybrid damage versus the Vladimir. That could work. But looks like Nairobi also has 2 for 0 coming through for majority of the votes. Give it a second. Actually, B Spickles already pointed out the GG pick. What do you mean, Darth? Your partner who's in the voice. Oh, it's Table asking who exactly is my co-caster tonight. Sinister, would you like to introduce yourself to anyone that may not recognize your voice, dude?
Rightio, I am the Sinister Smiley Murray. I shoutcast with competitive League of Legends here with Sheepy most of the time for VS Gaming. Hopefully other tournaments in the future. But for now, just here in this channel for now. And might be looking at starting my channel in Afrikaans if I can. Yeah, and League of Legends Facebook admin, I guess.
Cool. Otherwise, guys, chat already voting, saying that Nairobi's are going to be able to take the win 2 for 0. So that's them done. GG and PewDiePie share a picture on your graph. Wait, what? Shoot, I messed it up. Scuffed it. No, dude. Why did I not pick I messed it up, dude. Damn. I didn't put I didn't put GG's picture in the picture or in the graphic. I put subscribe to PewDiePie twice. F, dude. Why are you gonna point it out on stream, dude? Scuffed it.
Wait, did you post it like that as well?
Yeah, I did. So, guys, let's put up the next vote. We wait for the spectator delay. Should be done in a second.
And point it out.
Don't do that, dude. I'll take it down. Don't threaten me. But what's up, Mel? How's it going, dude? So we get the next vote in after the first game, guys, seeing as we are going to be learning in just a second. My bad, speakers. Why do you gotta be so freaking thorough? That German precision doesn't miss a single thing. But let's get into the game as we do load in. If you guys just joining us now, currently game 1 of the best of 3. It's the Elimination Day 1 Cup match between Royalty and ATG Prototypes.
Goeiedag, Falty broer.
That's what I get for not double checking.
Ek hoop jy het 'n baie lekker dag sover. En dat dit net beter raak van hier af.
Otherwise, let's quickly do the top pass. Blue name is going to be Royalty. Blue wins are going to be, blue score will be 0. Red name. Okay, it's blue wins, I think. Blue wins 0. Red name is going to be ATG. Cool, looks good. Otherwise, we do see that Ari's opted to go for that electrocuted post for the permafrost build with the glacial augment.
Better hope that spectating is on.
Yeah, just wait for us to get in the game. There should be a lot of us. Papega Sheepy is my name. Papega Scuffing is my game. Pretty much, dude. Full-time scuffing. Can't confirm. Sounds like a really harsh word. Not gonna lie. That's what you get, guys. Budget graphics. Dead Drop the Net Worth currently has 959. Wait, what the fudge? Oh, that's the Booleans, 100 hours. Never mind. I thought you said 900 hours. I'm like, wait, how's that right? But Sinister,
I was just gonna say, fix your stuff, dude.
Try
I don't even have that much.
What's up, Spartan? Drop the hashtag royalty win. Spartan, what happens if royalty lose tonight, dude? Vlad doesn't have phase rush, says Ari. Yeah, Vlad opted to go for the electrocute. Very interesting decision in the builds as well as the comp coming through from the side of ATG, I'm not gonna lie. Same thoughts as Steve at Ari. But since then, you liked him.
And the Lucky scene. All grayed out. See if I can spectate someone else. Who do I have
don't
on my
spectate for me,
list?
spectate one of the players. Zadok,
Yeah,
Dark,
okay.
Viper, Vanzor, Celestial, Red Raven, Challengers, Lance, Stardust,
I got
Mel's.
Vanzor. Yeah, I can spectate on Vanzor.
Victorious. There's a pause at the start of the game, so no stress, dude. GB, why does it tag random people? I thought I would implement that now, dude. So basically what it's saying is that you're saying the person that you exclamation bully at is bullying you, and you're asking a random person in chat for assistance. I thought it'd be quite cool. I don't know, any thoughts, Deb? I'm not thinking about that as Spartan. It's a good thought process. And Dad, don't just report random people after the games. RYL, don't you? I caught the pauses. Darth just being the mod that he is, asking the players to please pause while we wait for the second caster to get in, due to the fact that I may have forgotten to invite him to the lobby.
Tommy Boer voting against his own team. 200 IQ.
Hashtag ATG wins this, Sammy. Seeing as we do have that delay, guys, should we get the poll back up? Should we see who we think is going to take this first match? I mean, is there a point? Question mark. ATG hashtag bias casters. But
If it's not Miggy playing Lee Sin, is anyone playing it ready? Really?
exactly.
By the way, even though we're both paused, our pause timer isn't synced up. So when you start again, I won't start up at the same time as you. So we need to sync our time still.
Sounds good. Oh, we have the
Wait,
resume coming through.
Oh, looks
What's
like
the
we are
game time?
synced.
17,
Oh.
18, 19,
19,
20.
20.
Pog. But guys, quickly get the votes in. Who do you think's going to take the first match? ATG or RYL? ATG 1, Royalty 2. Let us know what your thoughts are. We'll hide that in just a moment. But looks like Xander going to be walking towards the tribe. Brush Ventorious able to find him there. A little bit of damage being asserted. Only 2 matches coming from it though. Lots of 2s, even a 3 from Hellzone. Scuffed it. You gotta report people for just playing Garen, being good, etc. Can I steal and upgrade my own bully? Come on, dude, you're more than welcome to. Go for it. I'll even send you the stuff if you need it. It looks like majority of the chat is saying Royalty taking the win. I think Royalty win because of their skill, however I don't like their comp. You don't like the comp, that's interesting. Would you like to elaborate on that, Ari? Just the fact that they maybe lack a bit of engage?
I mean, in the
What
current
then?
meta, I think most teams work around it due to the fact that we don't have a lot of tanky engaged top laners anymore like we used to, and most people are just playing stuff like Ken and Akali. What else do we get? Vladimir, you know, those kind of picks. So, I mean, a lot of teams I think do lack a little bit of engage, but most of the teams just work around it.
Well, so guys, if you don't know, Sammy Bo is actually Garth, one of the players for the Royalty side, although he's not in the first match. I believe he may be joining for the second. Duck currently in the starting lineup. Also no hard reliable CC, but they can snowball lead and Andy for 25 or gain a bigger enough lead, so it's fine, so Sammy. ATG actually didn't draft with their heads in the clouds. They could have stopped draft-wise. Yeah, I agree. I feel like ATG kind of dropping the ball with this comp. I don't like the Ezreal support. And other than that, I don't know. I feel like the comp's definitely lacking something.
And
Yeah,
by the way, I
definitely.
did call it. It is Frostmancy Israel, so we need to Kleptomancy plus Spell Thieves. Going to try and just farm up as much gold as he can passively, and then try and have 2 carries late in the game.
Otherwise, guys, I did just get a notification saying that patch 9.10 notes are out. So if you guys want to check out the new patch, make sure to go do so. Keep up to date. Tell me if there's anything in particular that stands out to you.
I'm really sad about the Akali changes. A lot of people will say, "Ooh, yes, this is a change that is needed," but I don't know. I don't like it. I think she's just going to be in the dumpster again, like she was before.
Dad, I think it's
before she was
exclamation. Sorry, I think it's $ rand unnamed user. But I have to check for that one quickly. The other people saying how's it to Sammy. Otherwise, if you guys just joining us now, currently game number 1, myself and Sinister Soki on the cast. No stress, Dad. Otherwise, Sinister, I believe you're on holiday till next week Monday, dude. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, hello, RYL Dark investing that flash, looking to get the brother v brother kill. Pulls the damage with Challenger Sloth and Red Raven just burning some sums to get out of that one. Pretty safe, nothing too hectic.
Actually, not a bad time to back for him since it is pushed up. He won't be losing much CS by the looks of things. That's not the end of the... He did burn his flash plus heal, so you could expect Duck to actually make a return, and you can actually see he is still on the bot side here. There's nothing much for him to clear instead, unless he goes for the Gromp, the enemy jungle, but it seems like he is going to go to the top side and maybe catch this Lee Sin off. At the moment, Silas is having lane priority, so this has to watch out.
Oh, bit of a trade on the top side. Pull has been used. Zadok, Shroud. Sammy just says Aatrox base armor 32 to 38, base health grows 80 to 90. What is up with these buffs for Aatrox, dude? Miles. Look at the first blood on the side, top side. Q does connect Zadok. That's gonna be the first blood going over to the side of ATG.
That's pretty big, actually. Cutting down the Zakali early game is helping Vladimir so much, and that's definitely something that you want on a Vladimir, since he is not the best in lane facing. He doesn't have a lot of kill. Oh, Anzor gonna punish Israel very hard for not being behind his minions and playing defensive.
Goodbye, friend. No summoners left for Red Raven, unfortunately, so Challenger does go down quite easily. Looking for that Chrono Shift out, but unfortunately not going to be able to get away from that Q follow-up. Bubble connection for onto Red Raven.
I mean, it's just something you don't even expect. It's still early game for Kaisa, and I think you can just E out, but before you could E or even use his flash, he was pretty much just deleted immediately, and you have to be a bit more careful when playing an Israel support. You might be a bit squishy.
The question is why though? There's so many like potential really overpowered picks. Although a lot of them were banned this game. For those guys who don't know, Sleeper OP little tip of the day. Try out volley based support if you haven't already. Feel like it's pretty potent. You're doing some work, especially to matchups like Alistar, where you can actually like block him. Otherwise the standard Galio and Nautilus pretty good right now. Duck taking a beating by those chickens. Zanak not showing any fear after that death. And right, so that was something.
Yeah, real Duck ZA just got executed by his chickens. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, so can we please get can we get some respects in chat, please? Let's get some Fs in chat for the Duck City, our fallen brother.
You said volley based support and you triggered Tonga Khan.
I know, just like that in a single like sentence. Steve Panda paying respects. Darth Currency paying respects.
And before you see Tonga Khan becoming a support main for the next few weeks.
Spartan not impressed. I mean, I think we're gonna get Garth in for the next game. So that's exactly what you want to see.
I mean, Garth is sitting in the channel, so he can tell us what he thinks about this execute. Give us the penny for his thoughts.
Steven Panda is saying it's an intended mechanic just to get the instant reset. Otherwise, Duck
we have both the junglers here, both of them unaware. There is no ward going to spot our dark. Wait, did they know? There is no ward, but it was pinged out. How did they see it?
Perhaps he showed on the tri-brush ward. There's a regular ward there. Slash overextending because of the key connection. Slash and flash in the way the heal has been used, but it looks like the mouse kick. That dragon first gonna be enough, or dragon rage, I believe. Key onto the minions.
Malzal. And why is he so good?
He's doing pretty well so far.
Yes, he's been top, got a kill, bot got a kill. Absolute mad lad.
Yet to fill the gank, maybe that's what the Duck should be studying. How not to die, I don't know. But instead of getting kills off successful ganks, but no flame done, I'll challenge this life. Looks like Viper taking a bit of a trade on the mid side, does get the connection. Heal gonna be used by Red Raven very early. The Duck City camp on the bot lane, brother versus brother. So much damage, and Duck making up for that death a little bit earlier, but here comes Lee Sin. Look at the potential jump, does not get the Q connection, but it is very narrowly missed. For those of you guys don't know, Royalty, Dark as well as Red Raven are actually brothers. Although Dark currently in the UK as far as I know, so he is playing a low ping versus the Red Raven high ping.
Red Raven, where?
Yeah.
Definitely him at the moment being camped and killed the whole time.
You can see that extra attention being applied to that bot, so I can't let Red Raven pop off. Was the Twitch ban? I don't recall. Yeah, the pitch just asking me to turn the music down potentially, otherwise
is your music too loud? Have we spoke about this, Sheepy?
I dropped it a bit. I don't think it was too loud, to be honest. But sometimes the songs do get picked up by the Twitch on the VOD, so then that portion of the stream does get muted. We don't get copyright striked, but the video may be muted. Vazzle with the disengage, just popping the ulti. Ooh, Ninja, Zanuck, probably gonna use for disengage. But thanks for the thought.
Sammy Boor, he was here just this weekend
yesterday.
actually. He was here like yesterday or the day before that.
He's actually a full-time fish raiser now, breeder.
Yeah, and also
Ooh,
he...
Vazzle.
Oh, Red Raven. Oh, rip!
What's gonna be used? Oh, that Mystic Ash, but Celeste able to finish the kill, and last little tick not gonna be enough. As the turret shot does connect into Dark, so through the back at dive coming through there, no ward, you have to ward that side of the map versus a Rek'Sai. What's up, Rascals? I see you. Yo, Pete, Rascals.
Also, the reason why you haven't been online a lot is his power supply failed.
Oh, Viper taking the 200 turret. The DPS, will it be enough? It looks like it will. Stardust picking the solo kill on the mid side. Zanuck. Victorious, currently through to 3. 14.7 to 14.7. 9 minutes in.
Goodbye, friend.
So Zanuck just a little bit too greedy. Charm to the face says, no thank you, not interested.
Feels like it was a bit much, and definitely gonna pay for that, I guess. But otherwise, we'll lead a bit into ATG's favor actually at the moment, even though the bot lane is struggling quite a bit. Royalty Vans are ahead by quite a lot, a bit of farm, and interesting enough, it seems like if you build Israel support, you don't go for tier. So you went straight into the Sheen. You're going to try and poke down them as much as you can. Gonna have to see how much a Q does.
Yeah, there's no way you can go for the tier build. It's just too gold dependent, as well as the fact that you... Oh, but a train on the top side, Zanuck. This is Ventorious.
Ooh.
Lots of damage. Flashing away though. Probably does it the flash, but he doesn't need to use the ultimate. Null's gonna be able to fail that key connection. Does get the smite later. Potentially should have applied the slow before looking for the key there. The smite.
But yeah, Vanzo at this stage is very far ahead in farm, and if he keeps on getting kills like this, it's going to be a massive issue for them.
Challenger, Nami wave, the ultimate turret, lots of damage, and Raven no heal available. They are both super low. Key not going to be there as the flash has been burnt by both mid lane and Eddie Carry. Very nicely played by Viper with the rotation. No signs of the Ari. Teleport will be brought in though.
And while that happens, they did manage to pick themselves a Earthdrake as well. Not going to be super impactful this early into the game, but can definitely help them secure this Baron later on, considering they have this guy. So getting fed, that should be a quick melt for them. There is a ward going to spot out Duck here in the mid lane, so I think walk it out. Blue buff stops spawning soon for red side, and it seems like Duck might be looking to either get a nice gank part here from behind, which Lee Sin is doing the same, so honestly you should... Ooh, there's a bit of a collapse happening 3-man in mid.
Victorious, Lee Sin learned the key connection, looks to take it, although Viper stealing the hijacking that charm away allows him to pretty much just freely disengage. Any further, Lee Sin would have basically just been caught out on the turret, like we've seen Viper do just before. But on the other hand, with the charm from Stardust instead, Celestial, Challenger slot, lots of damage, very aggressive. Dark able to find the jungler. He has that ultimate available. Key connection, there he comes, looking to close that gap. He does. The ward hop, Celestial for the bubble, does not connect. It's a flash wave, but Royal Bands are going to be able to put the damage. Stardust with the first dash in, the knockup, lots and lots of damage, needs to be careful. And Royalty coming out big with that rotation. Viper getting the connection, looking to get as much damage as possible. Challenger and Red Ribbon both super low. The ignite has been applied. And Van's able to pick up the first kill. Challenger no bubble connection, but that's going to be them both dead actually. Duck dropping no aggro as he does go down at the final shot.
That was a bit much of Zadok there in top lane. I don't think he had enough kill pressure. The Vladimir was still very healthy, and plus his you call it again, transfusion, giving him enough health back as well. So even if he could maybe burst him a bit down, Zadok being, I mean, the Ventorious being up on a Jackstick GLP, and Zadok not on a X-Stick Gunblade himself yet. So I definitely think there was a bit of a hard, what would you say, force in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give Xenok props though, despite the fact that he was put behind thanks to the jungle gank, still playing incredibly aggressive, even though it has gotten killed once. One extra time. It's like this says when the cheese ball lane fails. Yeah, you never see this part of the YouTube montage or video, do you? What's it? I picked Ezreal support and suddenly I hit rank 1 on the Korean server. You know, it's only win clips and it's the challenger player playing in like bronze 5. Guys, no Game of Thrones spoilers, please. I haven't watched the episode. Actually, planning to watch it tonight. Duck, challenger slot does manage to phase out of it. Here comes the Rex, and you can't flash away from it. You can't, dude, like, they changed that. Hold that thought there. Duck, able to just walk it off. So basically, you used to be able to flash the Rek'Sai ultimate as soon as he reappears, but they actually changed that so only status, as in like Zhonya's, was able to negate it now. Oh, Zanuck. Carly Red Raven. W attack the Duck, just wants the assist. Red Raven says, fine, just take it. So if you guys don't know, Red Raven used to play with Zanuck, Duck, and sorry, not Zanuck, Duck and Viper back in the Royalty Academy days. Hashtag last month. Tiger, the one of those members as well. Just checking in chat. See you, Tiger. Dark City, getting the knockup. Stardust, the first dash infested. The second, the Charm connection as the Ignite applied as well. Dark with the overcommit. Will he go down? The Ignite, the tick, the tuck, the heal part will not be enough. The shutdown. Buff secured. Buff transfer. This is actually, do you viewing parties on Reddit? What do you, oh sorry, on Reddit? What do you mean, dude, for like, that's actually something I was considering to do. I don't know if you guys have watched, I don't know if you guys have watched, what's his name now? L9, Last Shadow, when he does like viewing parties type of vibe on Twitch with, when they watch the pro scene, like MSI and such. I thought it'd be quite cool to get a bunch of guys on TeamSpeak and we just, watch / like, discuss what's going on and stuff like that. Give each other opinions. Crystal.
Holy.
Arrow. What did we just watch, dude?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. It's a bit, you hate to see it though. It's a bit of a yikes.
Holding that door, let's just clip that quickly. Make sure we have it on the back. But my replay pause, we'll see a few seconds here. Still paused. Resumed again. We'll just watch it at my house, is alright. Hey dude, if you make the pasta salad on there.
Guys, I'm just saying, you wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't download a cat either. What is it in game time?
I'm manually clipping it, by the way. I want this for permanent record on Twitch as well.
What is, what of a trade? Zanuck, Vladimir overextending a little bit, does flash over the wall, but Rek'Sai closing that gap. Royal Duck able to pick the kill. Does get knocked away though. Is it Dragon Fist or is it Dragon Rage, dude? These two abilities called one's Chivonna's E, the other one is Lee Sin's kick.
I did anyone a favor. There you go.
Sinister, what's in game time, dude?
16 minutes, 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm at 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
okay.
38. Dragon secure, 39.
16 minutes 50.
Cool. Dash over 2, forcing the flash of the Red Raven. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50.
50.
Table just saying at least in sucks. What do you mean? He's looking so good. Ooh, the lockdown of Stardust, forcing the flash and the dash. But, what do you think of Riven's Q buff? I actually don't know what happened with the Riven Q buff. If you'd like to elaborate. Lee Sin kick is Dragon's Fist? Question mark says Genevieve. Is it?
Isn't the Riven changes coming through in the next patch where they, so basically what they were planning on as far as I know. Ooh!
That's a lot of damage, fans. Oh, finally landing an Ashe ultimate. Red Raven looking for blood. The flash in from Mel. Vanzor trying to walk it off. The W Slay is going to be there. Raven not looking to get that kill, unfortunately, just under range. They gave it cooldowns as
like I was saying, for Raven Q, they're planning on. Anyway, another fight.
Bumble connection. Red Raven overcommitting and does pay the price. Not able to pick up the kill. Currently 3 for 2 for 1.
Okay, so this bot lane is just turning into a dumpster fire apparently. They're not sure who's going to put it out there.
It's Dragon's Breath and it's Dragon's Rage. That is it. That was what confused me. Not Dragon's Fist, apologize. Burrow. Oh, hello! Dark, what are you doing, friend? Vladimir in a very good position, does pop the 3-man ultimate, looking to get as much damage as possible. Connection for Lee Sin Q, Zadox. Double kill going out of it. Dude, what is going on? Massive reposition. Overextend coming through, and that's going to be the easy clap from the side of RYL.
Yeah, so I can finally talk about that change to River now. So basically, wait, is this going to be another fight? No, just some poke. Okay. So they're going to buff her Q, so they're going to make her Q stronger, but they're going to nerf her E, the shield. So the cooldown on it is going to be much longer. So what I reckon they probably want to do with this change is make it so you can trade really well with the Q. So when you do engage, it's really good. Just going to trade a bit with Venturius, but it seems like Vanzel is going to chase him down a bit. Have to be careful. It is getting to that later stage in the game, so you have to watch out facing a Vladimir.
Dude, what is this game? Vanzel getting the kill on the mid side. What is this game? Dude, it's just like it's ARAM the whole time. Everybody dying on the mid side. But guys, who just replays disable to download it actually turn off ES gaming matches spectator function. Who disabled this? The replay?
Yeah, they're not allowed to do it. I think that's what I was talking about. Slanksor's the Club to PewDiePie and RYL All-Star spectating was off. They're not allowed to turn on.
Did they turn it off?
Yeah, it was turned off.
We need to ask them who created the lobby then. Well, just let them know that they're not allowed to. Vanzer gets kicked away, but Sadek able to pick up the kill. Wave. Dyke wants Red Raven looking for blood, and he does get it. Double kill. The story with 2 Ocean Flash Clubs is Samuel. Sad because the ATG 2 times Mountain will have to play super well to take the game. Yeah, this game is looking very much done, in my opinion. Even despite the fact that Ventura is getting a very nice play in the mid side.
Oh yeah, basically the Riven changes. It makes it that the cooldown is longer, so you have less time to make your engages, because you engage with your E's to negate damage. But when you do engage, it's really good the trading with the Q. So you have to basically be more careful trading with Riven, but at the same time your trading will be better.
Otherwise, got Hard Rock, the illegal team owner, in chat. Thought you were Dux as Hard Rock. Yeah, you made Sammy Burrs actually Dux at a couple. But currently 2 mountains to 0, 19 to 10. Zanuck looking to try to do some damage. Alliance confirms his hard rock. But Celesta, I mean, do you see any potential for the Weird side to come back this game? Or do you feel like it's just going to be a very one-directional game?
I don't know the team well enough to make this call, but I'm definitely going to say I don't know that Vladimir can carry the. I mean, the people that's most fed is the Vladimir and Ori. The Ori has seemed a bit hit or miss. She has had 1 or 2 good plays, but other than that, Vladimir is the one that they normally want to look in this type of comp to do the late game damage. And I just don't know if they can carry this bot lane hard enough. So for now, I'm probably going to say no and say it's going to probably be a royalty win.
Oh, looks like Lee Sin is hungry though. Viper grabbing little Lee Sin's Dragon's Red to flash away, but does get the kill thanks to the assist from the event. Celestial Nami. Already dropping the Warden's Mail. Should I claim this to Blinks plus 108?
I mean, Viper has been struggling a bit this game, so if it wasn't for Red Raven and Challenger Sloth struggling a lot this bot lane, I think that ATG prototypes would have actually had a fair fight here, since the Lee Sin made such a good impact on the early game. And having such a good early game on a Vladimir is absolutely massive, considering a Vladimir struggles so much in the early game when he doesn't have any kill pressure in lane.
Otherwise, Vent just trying to take away this top side turret. The TP does come through. Zanuck looking to try and keep it alive. But guys, if anybody is actually, hang on, nobody can be watching that game because the replay is disabled. The teleport away for the save. It's interesting. I was gonna ask if anyone has any updates on the STP game. This is RYL All-Stars. Yo, what's up, Snowball? How'd the stream go tonight, dude? Welcome back. If you guys just joining us now, you're currently game number 1 of the best of 3 VS Gaming Eliminations Day 1 of the Cup. Bot lane 1 for 30. Is that reportable, says Lesbian, dude? 100%. So what's up, Alice? We're gonna join us for another cast, unless you're gonna be picked off. Lee Sin. Viper does get locked down, lots of damage, Shadow Sloth. Advance on the back line, make that 1 for 14. 1 for 50. Vansel. Let's trade his life. Viper. Super low the stopwatch. Trying to wait out that DPS, but he will be going down. And Stardust picks up the kill. Dark. Zanuck. Flash away, but the follow from Dark. Looking to try and catch our event. Now he realizes he doesn't have any friends. Not to back away from that one.
But that's going to be a lot of shotgun gold from Vansel. Vansel being picked up there.
So Ball's just letting us know that All Stars actually won versus the STP side, 28 to 17. Okay. So not quite having that couple luck just yet. Wait out of interest, which rule says you can't disable spectate? It's in the rules. It is there. I can find it for you after the game if you'd like. But it's due to the fact that we're allowed to cast any VS gaming games that we choose.
Also,
so
just in general, if you look at any VS game, it doesn't matter if it's Counter-Strike, League of Legends, all of the spectating is enabled, so if anyone wants to spectate game, it is open for that. You can even ask the VS admins if you're allowed to spectate, and they'll tell you yes.
Dark challenges lots of damage. Taking a break, but yeah, my LP is flying from your account faster than you can say. Welcome to Sheep City with the grass green and the girls are pretty. Okay, so taking a tactical break, I respect that, dude. But you have to request a caster, then they don't say it. No, they can't. But no, I don't think so, not as far as I know. We just have to add it to the website. But even if we don't cast it, you still have to leave the replays on. Casting and spectating are different noises, Ari. Yeah, to an extent. I mean, so do you know anything about that? Do we have to... Oh, hold on. Dark, Stardust. Ultimately, we get through. Looking for damage. Does go down. Dark able to pick up yet another kill. Currently 10 to 4. But looking for that shot down. 400 guard Barty on the head. Red Raven putting the damage. But nothing too much. Baron, though, will be secured. Yeah, players can, yellow key, sorry, players can refuse to do an interview, that's perfectly fine. But other than that, dude, yeah. I don't see anything about having to request permission to cast the game, though, if that's what you were saying before. But what's up, Dad? Welcome to Sheep City with the grass is green and the girls are pretty. That was like a slogan slash, like, not slogan, but catchphrase that we had back in the day. I haven't used it in a long time, though. Viper, Cypher Parker. And looks like Viper gonna be called off for no reason. 1 for 5 for 5. Not too hard of a game. Maybe they need to bring in Goth. For me, 3 out of the 4 games, then a break to maintain optimal concentration, otherwise my autopilot turns on. Yeah. Autopilot definitely something you have to avoid at best you can, taking breaks and stuff. Yeah, the key pretty much. I don't know what you're asking if the question was. My understanding of it, the rules are that you're not allowed turning off the replay system. Casters are allowed to cast the VS official match. They don't need permissions from the teams. But you guys can decline interviews for obvious reasons. No one's going to force you to come for a post-game or pre-game interview. Celestial, lots of damage. Dark. Guardian Angel. This is going to be procced. Ooh, Raven hitting the Nami though. Lots of damage. Vladimir. Dark looking for the backline, does pick up the kill. Multiple members dead, that's gonna be the Lee Sin, Ori, Ezreal, and the Vladimir. Look at that last red Raven, everybody catch the Raven, and they do, GG.
I'll Spooks, I went for the GIF version of Ayaya.
You got a Q off on you, or we'll after the game,
I made my own command. If you do !weeb, it brings it up.
So that's gonna be the Ace going over to the royalty side now. 4 Drakes, 2 Infernals, 2 Martins. Could you ask for a better combination? Probably 3 Infernals, but still. Not so that for typing.
I think there's a cooldown on it, but you can always copy paste the one that's been put up. Unless Sheepy, you can put the cooldown to 0. I don't know if I can do that as a mod.
If you want to, okay. But guys, if you have any questions, by all means drop it in the chat. Make sure to either tag Sinister or myself. But we are an email friendly stream within reason, so feel free to spam a bit. Might get timed out. Do we have any copy passes for royalty yet, dude? We've got our for Nairobi All Stars. We've got for WRG. Oh, hijacked Ezreal ultimate, lots of damage. But nothing yet. Why are we getting bans this Slacks? The question mark. Slacks, what did you guys say? Your spectates. What's he getting banned? Just wanted to know if you disable spectators so we can talk to them. Boxes or briefs, says Ari? Boxes, dude. It was their lobby, we didn't. Okay, I don't know, just asking, so to let them know not to do it in the future, because we were looking to potentially jump into that game if this one took the extra break at the start. Dash everything from Stardust, lots of damage. Vanzor did get charmed, has a little bit of health left though, so Lee looking to try to finish him off. He does get that Dragon's Rage backline. Zadok pick up the kill on the Red Raven. Need to be careful as that tier 3 turret is still alive. There's no spectate even a rule. You cannot disable spectate for the VS Gaming official match. I will find you guys the rule after the game. Viper. Chandra Sloth, Charm on the turret, Dark Flash on the way as you're going to be going down. So that is the 1 for 20 bot lane coming through for the side of ATG. Sinister, I don't think I've ever seen this before in a VS Gaming match.
Yeah, it's a bit of the action. I mean, this game has just been snowballing harder and harder ever since. And it's going to be 0-10 Red Raven actually now as well. So bot might be not too sad about dropping.
So basically that's the first game going to the side of Royalty. What division are ATG? This is ATG Prototype, Sinister. Were they in Prem? I don't recall.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know if they were first division last time I checked.
Okay.
Obviously they made big changes to the team, so it's not the same team anymore. So they might be the first division plus team now. But when they were, I think they were second division.
Apparently,
because I didn't see them in first division with me, and my team is in first division.
They're second division apparently. Okay, well, you guys are playing pretty well in my opinion for a second division team against a Prem team. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that Leeson, actually Malzal, actually the one commenting in the stream at the moment. Really good Leeson. Amazing early game pressure you had, especially on a Vladimir that wants to have early game priority, so you can get through that laning phase. I mean, not necessarily. I guess it depends from team to team. Sometimes you can't really help him because he doesn't have any kill pressure, but actually managing to kill off Zadok early to help him himself scale into the later game. You know, just giving them that little nudge. I think that was pretty good because it's not easy to necessarily get kill pressure in a lane with Vladimir.
Agreed. So very nicely played with the Vlad, unfortunately not able to carry the bot lane, who did take a picture of the Nairobi All-Stars and kind of ran it down. Kappa, just beams guys, I love you, no homo. But Sinister looking at that damage graph, so much damage coming through from the side of Royalty. So very nicely played by them. A couple of mistakes here and there, but I believe they will have a bit of a roster change for the second match. Snowbreak Noodle says, want my sub at GP? I wouldn't say no, dude, but by no means do I want to or intend to take the food out of your baby's mouths. Jeepers, dude.
Gonna drop the Twitch Primuth.
Snowball, drop for that Twitch Prime. Thanks, my dude. Much appreciated for that support. But you guys correctly called the first match Royalty taking the win. Let me just get the poll up for what we were doing before. Were you waiting for the next lobby to come through? But we were discussing chat's predictions for the VS Gaming Cup. So far, the predictions being 2 for 0 in favor of WRG in the first round, 2 for 0 for the Nairobi All-Stars, which is underway at the moment. Royalty versus ATG right now is what's going on. So let's get some predictions for the VE OG Black. Sorry, GG Black. Sinister, what are your thoughts on that game?
On Nairobi All-Stars versus Subscribe to PewDiePie?
GG versus League of Legends team.
Is that also happening tonight?
No, not tonight. I'm just getting some predictions.
Oh, we're just going back to predictions we were doing earlier.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a tough one, actually. Between all of the teams that I had predictions for, that's like the last one I didn't actually give a good think about. In my opinion, GG Black seems like they are pulling together their roster much more than they were earlier in the year. So it seemed like they have, if you were watching them earlier in the year, I would say that yes, they were a bit of a slump and that they weren't doing that great, but it seems like they are pulling themselves together much more as the year goes by. So I'm pulling more towards GG Black doing better and better. But then again, I've been saying a lot during the year that League of Legends is playing really well. The problem I'm having, it just seems like they've been sitting at the same spot. I don't know how much they've been improving, and plus they've got a new jungler, so it seems like they are Now, again, as other teams are getting used to new teams already accustomed to each other, at the later leg, they're only now putting together a new team. So that is a bit bad for the team environment. So for now, I'm gonna say GG Black, but that I'm gonna put an asterisk there and say I want to see a few more games from my League of Legends team and see how it goes.
Okay, anyways guys, let us know your thoughts on chat. One of you thinks it's going to be GG taking the 2 for 0 versus the League of Legends team. 2 for GG, 2 to the 1. VE versus VE 2 for 0 GG, option number 3. And 2 to 1 in favor of VE, which is a League of Legends team, in option number 4. Hit me with that rule. Yellow key I'm working on at the moment, dude. I don't recall exactly where it is, so just give me a sec. We do arrange the match in the background. So, did you remember which part of the rules that was in?
There's so many different rule sheets. I'm not sure.
So that song reminds me of SpongeBob for some reason. I want VE to win, but oof, I don't know, it's a hard course to start. Yeah, this is actually quite a difficult one, I'm not gonna lie. Please excuse the fact that I messed up the icon for the OG team here, guys. I actually reused subscribe to PewDiePie by mistake. Otherwise, side quests are enabled, guys, if you'd like to request music. So the game is starting to full up, guys, don't worry. So it seems like majority of the chat saying GG gonna take the 2 for 1. Okay, so that's gonna be quite an interesting one in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm definitely also looking forward to that game, and because it's the best out of 3 as well, I think both teams have time to get used to each other and adapt to play.
Otherwise, guys,
by the way, if anyone is hounding me to go down, I can't. It's full. So just putting that out there before I get flamed.
Did anyone else hear that, guys? Kappa? But it's looking like that vote is then done. So we got the chat predictions so far. We're not gonna put in the royalty versus ATG just yet, but because we're gonna find out that result soon enough. Let's get a vote in between WRG versus Nairobi All Stars. WRG 2 for 0 versus GG. Sorry, versus Nairobi All Stars. WRG 2 for 1 versus the Nairobi All Stars. Nairobi All Stars taking the 2 for 0 versus GG. I know who I'm going in favor for this one, not gonna lie. 2 to the 1 for GG. But guys, let us know what your predictions are for this match. It's gonna be the semi-finals. Results are in chat. Yo, what's up, Tilt? Hashtag better ban Nami, dude, versus GG, 100%. Do it, send it. Guys, get the predictions in. What do you think? We're trying to get the chat's thoughts, see if they can get the Diamond Chat Award. But send us your thoughts, dude. Nairobi's versus WRG.
Oh,
I stuffed it up. It's not GG. I'm boosted.
Or we're just going hypothetically if they go through.
I just realized I messed it up. It's gonna be WRG Nairobi's. I put GG in there because I saw Tilt's name. Guys, don't ask. Don't ask. I messed it up.
Womp womp.
Fix the GG versus League of Legends team score. What do you mean?
You put League of Legends 2 and GG 1.
Dude, I'm actually all over the place tonight. Don't ask. I think I need coffee.
Wait, are you using paint? You can't fix that now?
Yeah, I can. Watch me, dude.
You're gonna make black blocks, aren't you?
So we said that GG would take the 2.
Yeah.
What the fudge? Why can't I use my second color? 2. Okay. I am apparently. There we go. 2 to 1. No, we said GG would win. So 2 to 1. There we go. Let me just check the lobby quickly. So does the go spectate? Spectates are full. Yeah, it's full.
I can't go spectate. There's 4 people there.
But let me get those votes up quickly. So it's going to be WRG versus Nairobi All-Stars. WRG. I think it's just going to be easier like this. Cool, guys. Let's know your predictions for that round of semi-finals. Actually, your stream screen still shows OGV Vindicators versus MDT. You mean the title? It shouldn't. So this is the title incorrect, dude.
Fine for me. Royalty versus ATG.
Speakers try to oh, you mean, oh shit, she means the top of the screen. I gotcha. I made a command for that. Thanks for pointing that out. I think it's update or some sort of variation of that. That's something I gotta get used to. I basically added that title recently, but I gotta use a manual command to get it to update to the current title. If I could remember that command, that'd be great. Let's see what you mean above the player screen. What's up, Biggie? How's it going, dude? Well, maybe by FF again, we get easier brackets this tilt. Dude, that sounds like a moral dispute. Guys, let's say you're at VS Gaming. You guys are looking to get into the next round, so you basically, you've already qualified. So if you win the next match, you get a harder bracket that could potentially knock you out, or you could lose the match and play an easier bracket. Do you intentionally lose the match, or do you play like you should play and potentially win anyway? Or lose? Sinister, what would you do, dude?
For what now?
Let's say you're at VS Gaming, and you've basically qualified for the next leg already, but if you win the next match, you will verse a harder series to get to the finals, but if you lose the match, you'll verse an easier bracket. Do you intentionally play worse to try and lose?
I don't think anyone ever has that kind of mindset. I would say yes, it would probably be a better option for you, but I don't know.
But would you?
I don't think I would. I would probably. I mean, if I can beat the better team, and you go the whole reason behind beating the winner team and going to the winner bracket is that you would be able to win them at the end, right? So going to the loser bracket, you'll still end up facing that same team at the end. So whether you beat them now or later, you're facing the same team. You're just putting yourself through more work to get there, and potentially, even though you might be undermining that worst team, maybe they pull the upset and actually beat you. So I would probably not put myself through that. I would probably just play correctly and to the T from the start.
Okay, fair enough.
Try hard, as it should be.
But we got the next round starting up. We got that Rex. I straight at the bat as well as the weekend. We play against GG. We don't know, dude. Dad says, man, Team 2 just beat Team 1 for the first time after days of me coaching them. So proud. Feels good, man. Yeah, that's quite a cool moment, actually. Congrats, Dad. Enjoy it, dude. Proud of you, son. This is Conan. Dad making his
Royalty memeing with their bands. I'm pretty sure this wasn't the same bands from first game 1. And it's not like they played Wukong, so why would they ban Wukong?
I'm not sure. Maybe they subbed out somebody. Does anyone look out of place to you? Looks like the same roster.
Same people. Challenge Slot, Red Raven, Stardust, Malzel, and Ventorius. Same people.
Maybe it was like a last second ban or a misclick.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
If they ban,
we see the Twitch, which is quite normal. Interesting enough, they ban away Tristana. That's something Red Raven also plays. So maybe and Jin, so banning out mostly and Vanzor, I guess.
But they leave the Kaiser open, dude. The second game in a row. I wonder if he's gonna pick it once more.
They don't have first pick, but maybe they're picking away the Kaiser for Red Raven. That would actually not be the worst idea. Red Raven is known to playing Kaiser as well.
So basically, Kaiser tends to be his secondary pick if Twitch is banned away.
I saw Caitlyn, but I have not seen this Caitlyn for a very long time. Oh, they're going to first pick Vladimir again. He did not do too bad with the Vladimir. He did have most damage in his team. And the Lee Sin made a big impact on that game, and that's why we also see the Lee Sin banned as the third ban. So they're gonna have to come up with something else, and they're going to pick the Rise for probably Zadok. That's probably going to go to the top lane. Or do you think that will actually be put to wait a second? They made different change to the roster than I think they would. Is Zadok going mid?
No. As far as I know, it would be Garth, Ryan Miller mid lane, Zadok top, Darkseid in the jungle.
Oh, right,
basically
you did
Garth
say
can
in the
play
comment
both.
section he's
Yeah,
going mid, right?
Garth can
Okay.
play both mid and jungle. So they got a bit of a flexible roster. Gragas gonna be the next lock in. Will that be the Gragas jungle or potentially support? I've seen Gragas support showing up here and there in like Hyla, Korean, solo queue, so maybe. But we got the likes of an Ezreal support last game, so anything's on the table for the ATG side. But Dark claiming there's the balloons in chat plus 147.
The good old loading emote.
Yeah, every single time I see that, it's like get like a skip of the heart.
Hey, my eye catches and I'm like, what's wrong with the stream?
Yeah, it's dying. But Steven Panda saying Greg support better than Ezreal support. Yeah, to an extent. Dude, I was playing this flex game just before this actually. First game was ranked. Oh, hang on, Cypher dropping a tier 1 sub for 9 months. Guess the platinum sheep. Thanks for the support, Cypher, as well as the gifted subs and everything, dude. Much appreciated. But I actually played against a Jarvan support in the flex game before this, and it's actually disgusting. That E flag damage is stupid. If you consistently hit that, you have so much pressure.
Interesting enough, they decide to not pick the ADC in this pick phase, which is interesting considering that they already have the ADC on ATG side, so they can counter pick it now and there won't be pretty much anything to answer it with. So they're gonna keep it for later on in the pick phase and rather take away the support for now and then put the rest of the supports for challenges. So maybe they're trying to rather put away supports from challenges Sloth rather than picking something away from Kai'Sa. That being said, they are going to ban out a lot of ADCs now, so Vanzor is going to be pushed onto something unusual. Yes, we're gonna have to see what he is going to pull out for us now. Braum, yeah. Darth Caruso says we're going to get a Lucian, but Sivir is being hovered. That's also a really good pick. Yes.
Braum very nice into the Gragas. We've seen it's a very like well-known SA clip where I think back in the day, I think somebody messed it up on Gragas quite hard into a Braum. I think it was Roy, if I'm not mistaken, dude. So anybody got the clip to that, guys, in chat? So Gragas super rough matchup into that Braum, even if it is in the jungle. Just because the fact that you can block that, is it the barrel casket? Can't remember what it's called. But other than that, Sivir, super safe. Rakan lock in, so that's a bit of a tricky one. I mean, Rakan in a bit of an interesting spot. Honestly, don't know if I love it or hate it. So we'll have to see how he performs in that. But the canister has been secured by Red Raven.
The Braum Sivir comp. Sivir has Spell Shield to prevent Rakan engage. And above on that, if he does engage and Braum manages to catch him off with his Q basic attack, Sivir has to follow up with 2 more, and that will be a stun. And that's going to be a bit of a hard one. He's going to have to look for getting really nice engages, otherwise this lane is going to be detrimental to him.
But the last pick gonna come through now. Hashtag Lissandra freaking aftershock abusers. Rakan mid to Steve. Dude, I've actually played for AP Rakan. It's disgusting. But it's super questionable. Do not recommend. What an actual support to the song. An actual support this time says Ari, what? Otherwise, dude, when are you gonna change your name, Ari? Were you happy with that, dude? You can't be happy with Ari's blue balls. You can brush my hair and dress me anywhere, says Dead. Thanks for the song request, dude. Stop killing my ninny. But
I
team
just
comes
feel
now
like
out.
people are memeing the Israel support, but I dislike Khan support at the moment so much that I'm almost willing to say that I think I like the Israel support more. Rakan not being in a really good state at the moment. I mean, if you watch Tiltosaurus' stream, he's back now after being away for a very long time. And if you watched it before, he was one of the biggest Rakan enthusiasts probably in South Africa. He was playing Rakan basically the whole time on his stream, with or without Xayah picks. And if you go on his stream now and ask him about Rakan, he'll tell you straight up it's absolute trash and you shouldn't be playing it. So, in my opinion, I don't really like it in this comp, especially against Sivir Braum. I think they're going to bully him, and Kai'Sa is going to have a bad time as well.
Otherwise, Ari here's with that there. What do you mean, dude? Oh, because did you change the color of your name or something, dude? Is that what the meme is? Ricardo Jungle says Steve is going to be Greg's support. Yikes, dude. Don't know about that one. Dad says, why are you bullying me at Sinister Smiley? Feels bad, man. Bullying going on in the stream, guys. We don't not promote the bully. They played Ricardo and beside those as Rascals.
For the bullying.
Rascals, true. But especially into a match or into a lane like this, I mean, playing into Sub who has that not Black Shield, sorry, the Spell Shield, as well as the Brom super good at punishing a bad Recon engage. Just getting one auto attack into a Q pretty much stacks two procs into the Silver auto W combination. Quite easy to lock down Recon, even before he dashes back, maybe the jump. But anyone else keen for the Yumi release coming up in the next patch? I'm super hyped for that. Might play
yeah, but Rascals, the Rise is also trash in a normal solo queue. It's just, I don't know, in competitive things are different.
Yeah, Rise is actually insanely good. Pretty much pick up ban majority of the time in competitive, MSI and whatnot. So let's see.
This is why I'm also very keen to see how Garth Ryan Miller is going to play the Rise, since I still think there's only it's maybe a few people in South Africa can play it very good. So just very interesting to see how he's going to play the Rise.
From personal experience,
normally he's the jungler, so at this stage he's not on his. How much mid lane does Garth GP?
A lot. From personal experience, I can tell you that he does play Rise very well. Rise mid
okay,
lane is actually something that he's played in the past for the royalty side, but never really stuck. So he moved back to the jungle due to the fact that they were able to bring in a mid laner. So he's sort of just showing off his stuff. Let's see how he does tonight. Has opted for that cleanse, which is a very good pickup into Lissandra. But guys, let us know in chat what are your thoughts. Is it going to be a win for the side of the ATG or royalty?
I mean, obviously with Garth on the team, probably told them in Champ Select, yo Duck, waddle yourself over to that Jarvan pick and lock it in, my bro. And we do see the Jarvan block coming in as well, which is I really like the team comp overall on RYL side. I think they have a team comp that could work late game on ATG side with a few asterisks here and there, but the Lissandra always a really solid pickup, and Vladimir, like I said, I'm gonna have to see if the Gragas can make as good plays playing like he did in the previous game.
Well, as guys, that's expected delay almost done in the next 20 seconds, so we should be able to jump into the game. Currently, one match in favor of the royalty side, so if they do take the win of red side to get the big W, this will be the end of the series, and the ATG prototype team are knocked out of the cup. So that's pretty hectic, but best of luck to both sides. Chat coming through, looks like royalty majority of the votes, 75 to 25. Steve Panda dropping that too as well. Otherwise, guys, anyone in chat that's not from SA? I mean, how much are you guys actually following the local SA scene? Is it something you guys enjoy watching? Why? Do you like watching all the mess ups and the mechanical fails and the high ping and whatnot? But no judge. What's up, Stenny? How's it going, dude? Otherwise, if you guys have any feedback on ways to potentially make the local scene more what's the word for it? Entertaining, or easier to follow, easier to get invested in, please let me know. I'm looking for feedback. I pretty much don't follow
that I
anything
have
in
had complaints about, and unfortunately not much we can do about that. Maybe we can. I mean, you can maybe post some updates, but people that have wanted to look at brackets, how teams are doing at the moment, standings and such. Unfortunately, if you want to access that information from the VS site, you have to register a profile and then you can log in and view it. So I guess it is open to anyone, but you have to register a profile first. So that's a bit of a downfall. They don't have that openly available to the public.
I'm sort of trying to change that. I mean, I did post today, for example, which teams made it through to the brackets and whatnot. So if you guys want to keep up to date a little easier, make sure to drop a follow on the Facebook. You don't have to like it necessarily, just drop a follow to keep notified and whatnot. Although liking as well as sharing up whatnot the post does help out. So if you guys do see a post, feel free to like it. Just shows that people are appreciating it. But trying to make it a little bit easier to follow, so we could potentially bring in some new support and whatnot. Because we gotta break the local scene into more international waters, in my opinion. Dad says SA scene community is amazing after coaching and playing as a sub for the MAD. I am looking to the main int player for an SA team. Hit me up. To be a main int player, sorry. So Dad looking for a team, guys. He's a pretty decent player. He's currently diamond. So if you're looking for an international.
So I do think the update for the bracket that you posted today is really good. But it's easy to post, like let's say in this case it's just the elimination bracket to post. But people want to look at first division, second division, Prem, Pool A, Pool B, Pool C. Like it's going to be so much posting for you to post every single group and a pool in every division. So that's what some people want to look at, like constantly, like, okay, today there was a few first division and second division games, log on today, see what the standings were after the day has been finished. So that's the type of thing that some people have requested, and I don't know if you want to post every single day on every pool that's been played.
Personally, I don't know, dude. I have to find a sweet spot with what is like doable, what's not. Especially the games that we cast, I can quite easily make posts on that. But if there are a lot of matches happening, there's no way I can keep up to date with everything. So I mean, if there is anyone out there that is following the scene that wants to write articles or anything like that, by all means, let me know. Slide the DMs. Like Gig on the streams is don't. Okay. Panda saying it's Zypher, how's it going? Panda saying good.
What you do, Sheepy, is you get real close to the mic, boost your volume all the way up, and then you giggle softly into the mic.
Spiegel says you should host a night where your viewers can ask you a bunch of family-friendly questions, like how you added family-friendly, and you answer so we can get to know you for all the new followers, etc. For sure.
I mean, we have the podcast,
but we haven't done it in a while. To be fair, we should get that going again.
So if we have the podcast, we normally have viewers ask us questions, and we answer and discuss among each other, which is normally something we used to do every week. So if there's not too many VS games going, PP normally likes to get into that, which is quite fun, interactive with the viewers.
Yeah, that's very, very fun. Otherwise, I'm looking to do a couple of cooler things as we build up to VS Gaming and whatnot. I feel like potentially like player breakdowns where we sort of like ask them a couple of questions regarding their team, their rotations, any intention they have for like VS Gaming, stuff like that, just to let you guys know the players a little bit better. Preferably working from Prem and working at like sort of downwards. But other than that, any suggestions by all means, guys. I am looking at the MSI stuff and sort of getting a vibe for what they're trying to do. Sort of stealing ideas, etc. It's a Panther. Like, could chop it with a hay and they slap. It's weird.
Can we get the FBI in the chat here, please?
What's on this
Please call the FBI on your chat.
I need mods and duty tonight. I know Sinus is on voice, but where's Darth at, dude? Spiegel says asking ODPs how to play their OTPs. Yeah, so that's something I looked at one point. I mean, Tiger made a pretty decent Camille guide at one stage. Don't know what happened in that. Tiger, if you are still here, please feel free to drop that link, dude. Stenny says, how's it? Hey, Stenny, can't use language like that in 2019, bro. But hopefully we do get that resume in just a moment. If not, wait, hang on, we got the ready question mark between Red Raven.
You see, the problem here is, it seems like Darth Caruso is also getting involved with easy legal activities, asking us for a Janelle cosplay from yourself.
Nice meme, bro. XD.
Come on, guy, if we can get a RYL cosplay from Jungling Moran, why can't we not get a Janna from Sheepy?
Ari says, oh guys, if you don't know, Jungling did a Aurelia cosplay the other day. Was it Aviator Aurelia? So if anyone has any pictures of that, make sure to drop it in the chat as well. Dude, Ari asking who's the best looking in the community? Obviously RYL Sports. I don't know what question is that, dude.
I don't know, dude. Miggy is a strong contender, not gonna lie.
See if it's sneaky, you can do it, why can't I? Nice joke, dude. I'll see. No confirmation on that one, dude.
Wait, please don't mention sneaky. It's a hard one. We can't talk about sneaky on stream. It's gonna become non-family friendly.
Was that an India window implied there, dude? It's a hard one. But currently Naught to Naught game just starting, a little bit of a pause coming through, unfortunately. Let's see what Garth can do. I mean, my prediction is that Garth is gonna pop off this game. I can feel it in the bones.
Harry has blue balls. Calm. Don't speak about it. I told you.
Yikes. Otherwise, you do see that Chandler's slot opting to go for the Spalties, which is very, very cheeky in my opinion. I don't see him realistically being able to proc that generation, or gold generation that is. Young says that Rascal's 2-1 now. Oh, Red Raven, the cute
I've got 2 weird compliments in chat. Oh, the day's made, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, dude, most beautiful beard award game instead of the smiley according to Pansy. Ari says Chibi Sports, this is what they use at MSI, correct, but dude, into this matchup you realistically see like the Rakan able to walk up and get off for your attacks or Qs to proc it realistically like enough for it to be better than Coin. So basically what Spalty is, you play it into aggressive matchups where you can sort of like play like very far up and go for these W pokes, go for the walk-ins, auto attacks, and play very cheeky. But into a Braum like Sivir, especially seeing as, in my opinion, RYL, Vanzo, and Celestial are the higher rank on paper players, I feel like Challenger Sloth not going to be able to realistically get the gold value that he wants to out of it. So I feel like Spalty is not optimal coin.
Yeah, definitely. I think some people in South Africa is too scared of just leaving the spell thieves. It's actually like, you just give the coin a try. Ooh, Madzel, Dark Zoido ZA. I didn't know Duck is still full health and he has a blue buff, so I don't think Gragas can actually take this trade.
This is getting collapsed. The flash gonna be used to dodge that EQ combo, but the Reek and a gate Stardust not allowed to go over the wall. It seems Duck Pop would available. Trading the bot.
And that's going to be a flash out of the side of Zadok, so that's going to be a bit of an easier lane to gank now for Madzel and top lane. But it does seem like he is going to get priority getting back into the top lane. Zadok going to give a bit of a trading down onto Vladimir. Duck is on his Duck is on his way.
Flash in, gets the slay.
So that means double flash and top down now. And both junglers flash also down.
I don't know, do you feel like that's worth it? I somehow think that Jarvan having flash is worth more than a Vladimir being flashless.
Oh, definitely. The Akali is very mobile, and with the Shroud, it is fairly easy to get out of a gank situation. Where Vladimir has pull, of course, but it doesn't make him invisible. So if you can predict it very nicely, or if he does come out of his pool before he gets to his tower, definitely still gankable.
Okay, they're dropping the steal. Manages to take away 103 minded bullets. Think about the kids. Why you do this?
As I was saying with Coin, a lot of people aren't. I was a bit too scared. Like, they just want to go Spell Thieves because they think it's the item that everyone takes and it's the one that's normally taken. But the Coin is actually so easy to gather up gold. You'll be so surprised if you sometimes just press tab and look at your income versus the enemy support's income. I guarantee you, if you take Coin, 80 to 90% of the time, easily, you're going to have more gold than the enemy team, because all you have to do is make sure you're in lane, where the other person has to either try and last hit with the Targons or poke. And in this case, I don't think Challenger Sloth is getting a lot of poke onto the enemy. And if you look at, he's only earned 97 gold, where Braum has earned 137.
So basically, yeah, like Snis was saying, the coin a lot less punishing. Generally, with the Spalty's Rakan build, you want to look for the all-in level 2, so you pick it up with, like, for example, a Zaya, which has a very good early fight. Malzo able to pick the kill on, or pick up the finance and Celestial. Nice little flash down, become even Challenger Slot. The cleanse has been used. Vanzel. So guys, if you didn't notice, Celestial actually run a heal. Vanzel opted to go for the cleanse, which is perfectly fine. They want to scale up towards that late game power spike, potentially the 3-item Vanzel Sivir. But
Chat having a giggle at you eating in the camera.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, what's it? Lots of
going
damage.
to be pretty big. First blood being picked up by Red Raven here.
So,
a bit of a swing in the game here, a bit different to the first game. Red Raven actually with the Kai'Sa.
I'll speak just pretty much memeing the decision that we saw the other day in the cup from the current jungle World Duck actually looking to play support Rakan, but that's going to be the negate. The EQ knockup preventing the Challenger Sloth engage. But both junglers here, a little bit of a dance, a little bit of an auto attack fight. No sign of the Braum just yet. Lots of damage there. But EQ flash to be burnt by Red Raven. Dark with the over invest, but not a lack as the heal not going to be here because of the fact that the support is still walking back to the lane. What are you doing, Jarvan?
Yeah, it's something you hate to see as a support. You just backed or you got killed, and you're still walking back to lane. Your jungler coming in. You say quite very clearly, guys, not in lane yet. Maybe don't engage. Just wait it out, or go to a different lane, or maybe just put some pressure down. I mean, often even being there is pressure being put down and letting the ADC farm up while it's not there. Then of course the force and the kill going over to Red Raven, so that's going to be 2 kills in his pocket. That's going to be pretty good for him.
Otherwise, thanks for pointing out I actually messed up the titles. I switched them around by mistake. Dude, hashtag scuffed. Why I mess so much stuff up? Let's be real, guys. But thanks for pointing that out, Yoda Pete. Oh, he's a mod. Never mind. Give himself the blinks. Who is Malzo? Asks his life. I'm not sure, to be honest, but he seems like he's very, very decent. Maybe an international. Maybe known chat. But
Malzo sounds French. I don't know if that's how you say it, but maybe it's Mademoiselle. That's probably not how you say it though, so French people crucify me if you will.
Looks like we got a bit of a rotation from Celestial Fever. Maybe looking to just get some vision done as he does back away. Maybe looking for that gank at the mid side as Dark did rotate through his too. But just some kind of junglers, farming and whatnot.
Oh, apparently Mazel is a Dan and he's from England.
Ah, makes sense. He seems very decent. I feel like we would know about him in the local scene if he was a Messi. Otherwise, the other pieces are Rascals, 12-1. England, best countries this table. Believe I'm gonna be
pretty sure my mid laner, who is a hard and very UK personality, will confirm. Unfortunately, Aaron is perfect. Is probably not in chat, so won't confirm. But I'll get him here.
UK. England is my city. Suspended. Internationals, filthy internationals. As Rascals not happy with that. But
hey, to be fair, my mid laner has been in the SA community for longer than some other people in the community. He got me into League of Legends, so I have no shame of putting him in my team. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be playing this game.
Would you put him in your hearts? Penta claiming the blink before Zypher guy.
I would.
Bit of a key connection. Red Raven taking a fat chunk. Vanzel.
He's a sleeper though, so if you don't heard of him, it's probably understandable. But he's been here for a very long time.
Why we take his foreign aid? Says Steve Panda question. Guys, are we really going into politics? We should stay away from that topic. Celestial most of the key. No passive. No concussion blame.
Okay, so apparently Mazel has played in VS community for past 3 years, but under different IGNs.
Fair enough, Nick, dude. Unfortunately, I don't think we really know him that well due to the fact that it is a second division team, so we're still trying to learn the lower ranked teams. So we're doing a good job so far. Hopefully, the stream gonna make these guys a little bit more well known. Potentially, look to try and pick up better plays on the lower ranked teams, just to make the higher ups stronger. What are you guys' opinions on that in chat? Do you feel like the higher up teams shouldn't try and poach away players? Send us any thoughts?
I was like, the thing is, as someone that has a smaller team and that's had players taken away from them from the higher up teams, I don't mind too much as long as my player is happy. I don't care about the actual team that's poaching him. I care about the player.
Predator.
Engage from the park, going to
miss. Oh, there's that Braum interaction we were talking about before. Just able to negate that wall. Pretty much just soaking up. Sorry, that ultimate from Gregor. So that was a bit of a yikes engage going through. Lots of damage on the top side. Zadak looking for that solo kill, just short of the damage. So close, goes for the dive though. Zadak does get it, but will he be able to walk out the casualties from the boss side? Rise with the rotation, 2. Knockup coming through from that support Rakan. Spell shoot for Basil, not going to get him any more mana, unfortunately, but that's going to be the 1-for-1 trade so far. The sun is there for the Braum passive. The last little dash got. Nicely played, double kill, Rise, looking super good. Red Raven flashing away, no 5th proc of the passive, so you won't be able to pick up that kill, unfortunately.
Yeah, just good correction there. Red Raven didn't flash away. His flash is still coming off cooldown. It was actually Garth Ryan Miller flashing away.
Did I say Red Raven flashed? No, man.
You said Red Raven flashed away.
No, I was saying, okay, I was trying to say Red Raven damage and then the flash away.
Yeah, no, I know. Just making sure people understand. And Red Raven's flash is actually going to come up right now. If he does get ganked, he should have it up. He is being a bit greedy here. He's very low on mana, very low on health. If they do catch him off with his Braum, Hughes, and basic attacks, he might die. And they're just going to back off and pull a recall, yeah. As I was saying about the internationals, or teammates being poached in general, for my teammates, I feel like my team has a roof. Like, I don't feel like we probably will get very far. It might sound a bit rough, but we're probably not like a massive team in terms of, yes, we'll probably make the finals or whatever. The whole point of our team was starting up for fun, right? And we didn't practice a super ton. So if someone in my team wants to leave or they have an opportunity for a better team, in all fairness, I would wish them all luck and I would hope them for the best.
But does it
that's my team in essence though, but I think it matters from team to team. Like I said, our team was supposed to start up for fun and that's why it's I don't mind too much.
Doesn't it feel like you're sort of like a stepping stone if that's the case?
Yeah, very much. I mean, Spartan literally called me up and asked me if Pentadamon can like come to my team and just have some experience in the league, and with that being said, it sounded like he had the tone of, learn my team and then go to better teams, which is fine, I guess.
Otherwise, there's quite a stigma in the SA scene saying that internationals, doesn't matter how good they play during the VS Gaming leg, just don't do well in the local like scene when it comes to the VS Gaming like finals and whatnot. So we got that Red Raven DC coming through. Unfortunately, feels bad, man.
That being said, obviously, if you're a very team, like let's say you're WRG or Royalty or GG or whatever, and a team gets poached away there, you're already a very good team. So there it's straight up, I think, a problem. Royal Spartan, it's okay. It's all for the best. You were being a good guy, actually. You know, organizing people in the community teams. That's a good guy thing to do. So I think calling you out in this case, it's yeah, pretty good.
G3. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. Kirk. I'm just gonna call you Kirk. Shout out for the follow work with the channel, my dude. Table asking, what exactly is this? So basically, guys, if you're not from SA, you don't know what this is. It's like South African esports, basically. It's our equivalent of I wouldn't say MSI. It's like a sort of a cup. So we have all the local teams playing out and whatnot. So we had the last 2 to 3. Was it 2 or 3 weeks? It was 2 weeks, right? Last 2 weeks of group stages. And the winning sides of that basically moved up into this elimination stage. So whoever wins goes through to the next round, and losers get knocked out. Winner does get prizes. Although I'm not running this. This is just me casting for the VS Gaming scene. This is like it's quite a well-established SA group or tournament type vibe that runs through multiple like months of the year, which then results in a final like big tournament in person, which all the like the SA guys fly out to. Lockdown coming through Stardust, they're gonna be able to use that cleanse for the disengage. But like I was saying, so this is basically like a mini cup between legs. These are two. Okay, Royalty is a very well-known team. As for ATG prototypes, not that well-known, but they are making a name for themselves to an extent. So hopefully that answered your question, my dude. What are the requirements to join this table?
We got a good meme there from Alpaca saying that we just have to wait. He's going to get 3 bronzes and make a gold. We just have to wait and see.
Well, the quickness can be applied. The knockup is there. Locking out Celestial. So now that the shield has been dropped, potential Gragas engage will be there. Spell shield still available. Celestial with the flash using the Gragas' advantage, but ready to flash and forth the damage. The Guardian will be procced, but very nicely played from the side of ATG. Able to pick off Celestial. A lot invested though, so that's actually Red Raven 4 for naught, dude. What is going on? But Shelly for the mid-sized Siege Rift Herald gonna be able to take down that tier 1 turret for the first turret of the game. 14 minutes in, so I do think they missed those plates, unfortunately, a little bit late. But otherwise, guys, if you are looking to take part potentially, if you are from South Africa, if you haven't already, make sure to join the Facebook page. There you can sort of follow the local scene a little bit better. If you scroll down the panels on the far left, there should be a panel that has like a link to the local Facebook page. Just request access. If you are an international though, you will have to find an SA team looking for an international, as each team is limited to at most 1 international. It's a little bit harder, but just play on the stream, take part in customs, try and make some friends. I'm sure you can find a team to potentially join. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think Fricky is probably in chat, so he's a strict boy. If he sees you requesting into the group and you're not first off not answering the questions, or you don't have anything to do there, he's going to smite you down. So watch out.
Spartan is saying how that he always recommends people to Cataclysm, able to lock down the jungler, but the mid laner committing to it as well. Dark quite low. The tap is going to be for Red Raven. No ultimate available, unfortunately, but Chandler starts able to finish off where the Gragas jungle could not. So nice little trade. Actually, ATG pulling ahead in terms of the kills, slightly behind in gold, unfortunately, due to the fact that they have lost that mid turret already. But Red Raven clearing the pink one. So if you don't live in SA, you can't join. Table, if you're not from SA, you have to find an SA group that are looking for an international, dude.
Yes and no. We have a bit of a open policy. We take it person by person. So if you have some form of affiliation to the South African league, or you like play with people, or you have friends, or you're in a team, or you coach, you know, if you have something to do with us and you put it in the comment section when you join, we will normally consider it, but just make sure you answer the questions like well, if you know what I mean.
Quickness of the disengage, manages to survive just narrowly. Otherwise, Red Raven pulling on the heat vans of the disengage. Does not have a heal available. Look at that damage! Joe's so close, but no cigar. But yeah, guys, basically with the international rule, it's very much dependent on ping, meaning that if you are playing in South Africa, but you are not, or you're not a citizen, you still count as a local technically. But if you are a local playing and low ping overseas, you're then counted as an international. Oh, Zadok, lots of damage. Harry Potter. That skin is such a Harry Potter report. Zadok. The flash away, Victorious with the chase. Meanwhile, Botside, give me that shutdown gold, says Garth, as he does take that 400 gold bounty. But top side with Raven and Zadok both dead now. Tier 1 turret falling. Second one for the royalty side.
Oh wow, what the hell?
Spam this emote for Spot Tanks.
You scuffed my copy pasta with your... With
my what? I don't know what that means, dude. I'm not ready for that table, just Justin. Keep practicing.
Dad, I think you are you coach one of the mad teams, don't you? So when you're joining the Lawyers Facebook page, first off just say you're not from South Africa, and then say you are UK but you coach a South African team, and then we'll let you in.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fine. Like, that's a good example of something you can join if you do that. For example, Alpaca here in the comment section is part of the Lawyers Facebook group because he was the support for royalty. So when he joined, he probably put I was supporting for royalty, and he got in.
Yeah, I get the Spot Tanks thing. It's more like the emote and pro mode. It's like, does that really like rhyme very well? Pro mode, emote, kind of does, with like spam this emote for Spot Tanks pro mode. Just doesn't work. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of scuffed. Let's try again, guys. I joined long before that Cecil speaks. Dude, the question is, Alpaca, how do I get into the UK Facebook page, dude? How do I start reaching into there for potential games to cast? Or finding other casters to come join us on the local streams? I spoke to a dude who popped into the chat the other day, actually, and he was from the, I think the Australian League. And I watched a bit of their content. Doesn't seem that big. May even be like our size, if it's not smaller. But I think the time difference as well as the servers might be an issue. Zadok looks like he will be going down as that last little bit of damage does come to you from Ventorius. It seems like Ventorius actually very, very decent on Vladimir. He's Stardust.
What is Garth putting on the 1v9 in this lane? You are actually 200 IQ with your prediction, Sheepy. Is actually a mad lad on this Rise.
Well, looks like he's putting in the damage. Chandler slot the quickness hasn't been used, but dashing back in. Why did you come back in? The Cataclysm. But Garth trying to kite this one up, but the rest of the royalty side is there. Nice, a little bit of damage coming through. Very nicely played.
Can they just put Garth Ryan Miller in the mid lane from now on? He's actually smurfing. That sidestep was actually so good. Like, the whole recon combo was basically negated.
So basically, table with regards to VS Gaming, we're going into leg 3, which is the last leg, so you're probably better off looking into it next year. Maybe try to find a team to potentially play with up to that point. But generally, if you make posts on the Facebook page, you can possibly find a team to get picked up. Just mention your, like, your league, rank, your role, what champs you play, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
just give us a enticing reason to add you, and we won't like decline you for no reason.
So this is pretty good at finding people teams as well, so you could potentially speak to him.
Just keep in mind, if you join the Lawyers Facebook page as an international and you start spamming your stream, we don't actually take too kindly to that. So
yeah,
just watch out for that one.
Regards to stream spam, make sure to delete your previous posts if you do post your link for your channel that you're going live, etc. And I believe you're limited to 1 per day. Although with my rules, or with my posts, I kind of break the rule, but I don't really think of it as promoting my stream as much as promoting like watching the local VS Gaming, because it's not really like me playing solo queue. I don't know. Nobody's complaining about it yet, but if they do, we'll change that. Penta text-to-speech unfortunately disabled for the cast, dude. Currently, Royalty versus ATG. Royalty is still dictating the game despite the fact they are down kills, but ATG definitely playing better than the last game. What is going on with Red Raven's net, dude? He's having Red Raven and Lissandra having insane problems with the net, apparently. I want to spam Sorkies in TeamSpeak, it's so scuffed. Pets, I'll turn on TeamSpeak. Sorry, not TeamSpeak, text-to-speech. I'll turn on text-to-speech just for you when we pause, dude. So sinister, you might have to listen to stream. But it should be on now, Penta, if you want to drop some text-to-speech, dude. Sub-privilege, guys. So, it's really disappointing that Red Raven's lagging. I'm gonna 100% have him complain to me later saying that he would have been able to carry this if he wasn't lagging. These pauses though, sustaining, dude. Welcome to local scene SA net, dude. Basically, you have at least 1 pause per series for VS Gaming in South Africa. Because our net is very questionable. Rascal saying switch to the Nairobi All-Stars game, if that's if they haven't disabled the pause. But
Somebody just
Rascals,
tried to join the Law SA Facebook called Abdul Raham
that's probably
Al
dead.
Rumai. I don't
it's
know
dead.
if it's any of you, but you requested 2 minutes ago. If you don't answer your questions in 10 minutes, I'm going to decline you.
Oh, ADC, I go AFK now. I go AFK now. But Rascals, what's happening in the Nairobi All-Stars game? Is it worth switching? Nairobi All-Stars game is done, says Spartan. Also 2 for naught in favor of Nairobi's. Did you stream today, sis? Well, asks Penta at Rascals. Why would you read it out loud? I hate a stupid Facebook and using real names. Did you just freaking like expose Dead's actual like Facebook guys? Make sure to go stalk them. Well, technically I exposed them. You just read his name.
If anyone can spell that name I just said out, you actually 300 IQ.
Dude, the reason I know what his name is because it popped up on the PayPal for the donations as well, so you can see who it comes from. So, Dead.
What is that actually his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're laughing, dude.
I don't know.
Panta saying what name? Exactly. So we got the ready connection, or the ready commands coming through. Everybody getting the go, the green light. Stop bullying me, wah! Wait, for having internet issues, wah! Stanley says Spartan, dun.
Well, you're not answering your questions. You're not the only admin, right? If they see you not answering your questions... Okay, wait, here we go. Okay, cool.
Dude, speaking of admins, when last did we have like a cabinet reshuffle, dude? Are
Cabinet
all the admins,
reshuffles,
are all,
Omega Law? What's that?
are the admins all still active, dude? Do people still like... I mean, there was a Marika an admin, haven't seen that person in like 2-3 years.
They're not admins anymore.
When did they remove and add the admins? How often does that happen?
There's like, yeah, there's not a lot of admins anymore. The only admins at the moment is me. Hold up, it's me, Debbie, not
Freaky.
Holden, but he's more there for collaboration with ACGL and helping out with competitive stuff.
What collaboration with this, Joe? EQ coming through? Not gonna connect this.
There. And who else? Oh, James. Well, yeah.
James?
Jonathan Collins.
Isn't that
what's his IGN again? I forgot.
Is that Mezzo?
Yes, I think yes, it's Mezzo.
Why is Mezzo an admin? Well, lots of damage goes through the quickness. Zara just able to negate with like any engagement Chandler Sloth. Unfortunately, not going to be able to connect. So I'll catch up to him on Mezzo was an admin. Omega lol, dude. Hashtag Zypher for admin. Exactly. When is the purge? Asks Zypher. Haven't we had the purge already this year? It's pretty disappointing. And they go.
No, we've not had the purge. Purge is coming, guys. It's stay tuned for that.
Could have sworn we had it already.
No, dude. We don't 100% not had a purge yet. Trust me. I can legitimately show you the last year's page interaction, and you can definitely see the day that we had purge last year because there was like 40 posts that day. You can see a spike in the graph for exactly that day.
I dips on killing Sin or dibs, that's what you would be. Dibs killing a Sin or she. Spam is email for Spartanks. That's not any better than what it was before. Spam is email for Spartanks. Guys, come on, we can get better. We need some Betty Cup. Oh, hold on, Vans will pop the ultimate, lots of movement speed. The spell she's able to negate, but Raven flashing away. Duck looking to just get that Raven or blood pumping the 1 kill over investment. Gotta say, is Red Raven laggy or not? Still had ulti. But, gonna purge some of table versus table. Flames coming through for Vans. All lots of damage. Not that it's gonna be the backline, but does get spell shield. Sanderslav missing the Q heal, unfortunately. Vladimir trying to do as much damage as he can. Is sitting on Goth's face. The pull has been used. Meanwhile, Zadig on the top side, no teleport available. Dark Challenger Sloth. Heal. Monk again.
I'm not gonna lie, like, Goth is doing so much work. He's just like a kiting machine.
Okay, or something. The issue is, what else can he play other than the Rise? Because I know that's his most comfortable mid-lane champion. As far as I can tell, I think he played Talia as well. That's Sinister Dead says, I haven't used Facebook since 2014, I think. Sad times. What do I do next? Post in the group saying, see looking for team? Once you've been approved, wait, if you've answered the questions and assuming you get approved, you could potentially put a post there saying that you're an international looking for a team, Diamond 4, play this role but I'm comfortable and blah blah blah. Other than that, honestly, in my opinion, the higher ranked players, it's easier to find better teams through word of mouth. So sort of speaking to players and taking part in like customs or flex and stuff like that, sort of trying to work your way in. In my opinion, finding teams on the Facebook page is more for low ranked players, for like open or like first division. If you want to get into a prem team, you sort of need to like have the whole social engineering thing done. Good night, Rascals.
Wasn't Zadok picked up at like just a Facebook post or something?
Not sure. No, Royalty, Spartan, Cypher. How'd you guys find Zadok?
Like, I'm pretty sure there was some sleeper OP people picked up by just like
sure.
Facebook or like, you know, socials or
As an
something.
international especially, I mean, so. I stole Jet by going through other teams' DGL pages as Alpaca. Okay. Low division scouting. Stenny says, hey young. And some words for you. Ooh, dude, it just feels like Gragas is throwing his barrel out at this point. Just whatever you can. See something out of it, you explode it.
Oh, also, there, you might just want to include in your post that you have been involved with the SA scene, that you've helped coaching Mad, just so people know where you come from and why you're there.
Table, unfortunately, I think it would have to be your US ranked team. But,
yeah, everyone in the LoL SA is US, so,
besides the one or two guys who post every now and then from the UNU, but, it's never really going anywhere. Duck, just waddling his way out of that one. Currently 9 to 10, 40 or 38.3k to 44.9. Ultimate, looks like we'll get the knock up. No sign of the pool just yet. The quickness, China's not getting the knock. Cataclysm will lock him down. Vladimir stopwatch. Royal Vansel, the teleport has come through for blue side. Celestial very low, does go down. Stardust able to pick the kill. He still has that ultimate available. Red Raven able to reposition. Yes, to kill the backline. Very nicely played, Goth. So much damage. Challenger Sloth, where'd your health go? That means I have to get my character level 30. Yeah, that's what we recommended.
And Goth is going to try and keep on pushing this from the side here, and Red Raven is going to get off.
Oh, lots of damage. Double kill onto Goth. Currently 8 for 0 for 3. And Sinister, you were darting his
no, I was not. I actually asked you the question. You know how good his Rise is. I doubted SA Rises in general, and then I asked you to give your input on the Rise, and you said it was good, so I went with your word. Why would I ever doubt you, Sheepy?
We're kind of asking Goth, why do you even play jungle?
Right?
I don't know, dude. I want to see his other champions. I've seen his Tally, I've seen his Rise. I'm not too sure what else he plays. I can't remember off the top of my head. Not going to be the Ignite. Third Challenger Sloth wants that first kill for the shield's going to keep him alive. Not going to be able to get that down just yet. So much shield. Showing why Rise is such a disgusting pick at the moment.
Spartan has been holding out on us, putting this guy away in the jungle so we don't know that he's sleeper OP.
This is the pocket pick. This is what you use when you think royalty is done and out, dude.
Is this how they do the royalty reverse sweep?
This is the royalty reverse sweep right here, dude. Bring out Faker. We want to see Goth. Drake secure. This is going to be the third Drake going over. One Infernal, two Clouds. Very close to kills, but bottom ahead of it has been exposed and Baron on the table. What do you think about Silas? What do you think about Silas? I feel like Silas is very, very good, highly contested pick, especially in international waters, so I definitely recommend. Although he is pretty mechanically difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah, he falls under that same kind of bracket as Akali. If you're not very proficient in it and know your matchup into other people, as well as every single game with him is different depending on the enemy comp. Since his ultimate obviously hijacks the enemy's comps ultimate, so it won't always be copy paste. Okay, this is how you play Silas. This is how you play Silas. Sometimes you hijack a more defensive ultimate. Sometimes you hijack a very engage or offensive ultimate. So it's very, very dependent on matchup and how you know the champion.
Alpaca Center Hulk good. Just asking what jungle item Dark's opted to go for. But yeah, with Silas, like for example in micro mechanic, hold that thought, EQ gonna be able to lock him down. Zadok just getting caught off in the 1v5 situation. So not Zadok, it's Ventorius. So what I was gonna say now, Baron rotation up for red side. With Silas, for example, you can like use your passive to then auto attack a minion, do the AoE to get damage onto your lane opponent, kind of thing, which is very, very micro, but it's something that comes down to knowing the champion very well. So small things like that. Miles are looking for the contest. Does that smite available? Garth popping. The carry. The smite attempt, not going to be able to steal away, but he does go down. Why did he take the flash opportunity opposed to the popcorn? I don't understand that. Maybe he just felt that he had to go at that last moment. Could have potentially popcorn in flashed out.
What am I watching? Red Raven got insta. I don't even think Garth used the full combo. He literally W-Q'd him, I think, and he was dead.
Yeah, where did Kaiser go? What is the popcorn to Steve Panda? That rate of pop plant that makes you bounce around the map? Or the popcorn? The juicy fruits? Don't have a good name for the side plant, unfortunately. Looks like a corn. It makes you go pop. Popcorn.
The blasting
you guys
cone.
heard that? Yeah, blasting cone. That's the official name. Do you guys not use popcorn?
Yeah, sure. I mean, definitely. I understand what it was, but it's people didn't know what they were talking about.
Supply plant. No, that sounds weird. Quickness not going to get him anything, but the big play. Refight coming to start off the self. Roll team Mel's able to pick up the kill on Celestial. The Cataclysm locking down Vladimir in these pools. Zanuck able to pick the kill up there. Garth right with the back line. Red Raven with the reposition of the ultimate slash and just instantly deleted again. He says, you can shoot one shot me once, but can you do it again? Apparently you can. Inhibitor now down, and Royalty looking to close the match out as they take it on these Nexus turrets.
Sorry, so I just can't get over this rise. It's absolutely nutty. He's even having a giggle in all chat.
Hextech just asking, have I seen the Ilawi Draven combo? So basically, Draven had a bug where he was able to cash out on his passive on Ilawi clones and he grabbed at the opponents. So I have heard of that, haven't seen it personally. Was it hotfixed yet? I assume it has been. I'll pack it, Yellow Pete. Best Rise is a jungle main. How's that make you feel?
I can 100% like. I've never seen a South African Rise this good.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how to gauge Stardust's like level of play, so I can't really see how hard of a matchup it was. I mean, Rise is supposed to be punished in the early game.
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what I want to say now. I think the best way to see how good it is to see how hard he'll get punished early game by other teams, since that is the biggest weakness. But so far, late game, absolutely. He's sidestepping like an absolute beast and knowing exactly when and how to combo his abilities.
Steve Man just saying that he expected what that was referring to the blasting cone, but I just wanted to make sure. Never heard that term before. Slack, so how did the games go tonight, dude? Tell us a little bit about it. But GG well played, Royalty taking the series 2-0. Quite convincing wins, although honorable mention to that top lane Vladimir playing very, very decently in both matches, but Rise most definitely doing a lot of work in the second game. But overall MVP,
there's no doubt about it that Garth is getting MVP this game. I mean, they were losing quite hard early game, actually. If you look at Red Raven in the bot, Zadok and top lane was going fairly even. I wouldn't say he was doing badly, but I think there was one or two times where he, like that one time where he got like tower shot and killed with the Vladimir ultimate. That was a bit overconfident from his side, and so I wouldn't say he lost top hard, but at the end of the day, that game basically being up until the late game, carried by Garth 100%.
Although Slacks are saying 2-0, quite. They said they were try-harding, so I don't know if that implies that it was easy or what. Were you guys not try-harding against GG? I don't know what that comment means. So elaborate a little bit more, but what has happened? Somebody follow. Hunt, or THT 611995, 1995, save birth year. Welcome to the channel, Madisha, for the follow. Slacks versus the best team. Dude, I mean, that means SDP got knocked out, dude. SDP are out of the cup after winning the cup yesterday, or the other day, Saturday.
By the way, giving me a score out of 10, how well did I say your name?
Are you even wearing pants?
Just a quick one.
But Pencil, you don't have any currency to gamble. It's a bit of enough. As long as you just send me a screenshot, let me quickly look at this. But let's see if any of the Royalty guys want to jump in for some TeamSpeak. So if you guys want the screenshots, okay. So that was actually, I'm not gonna drop that screenshot. Very, very hard stomp. It seems like Kiddo popping off with that Pike pick in the first game, absolutely nutty. So congrats to them. But let me just check if there's any Royalty guys on TeamSpeak. Otherwise, if you guys are on chat, feel free to join us for the post game if you'd like to. Otherwise, in the meantime, let's work on that. The predictions for chat. What do you guys think as to who's going to take the entire cup? Sort of working our way down. But other than that, Sinister Dude, I believe that is the end of the run for the side of ATG and ATG Prototype and Red Raven, one of the later additions to that team.
Red Raven, wah!
Red Raven. Yeah. Gods Rise versus Steve Panda, correct, eh?
I enjoyed that game, watching that game play Ryan Goth Miller playing the Rise a lot.
JD, would you guys like to come for a post game? Cooked some lasagna for 1.5 hours now and ready, says hello for how do you cook a lasagna for an hour and a half? Did you watch it like bake in the oven?
Extremely slow cook lasagna.
Otherwise, so basically we've done the top up to the semi, saying that WRG gonna be able to beat Nairobi All-Stars. So seeing as Royalty did 2 for Nord ATG, let's give them a 2 over here, and these guys are 0 over here. So let's see what you guys have thought, saying that GG Black would beat a League of Legends team. So Royalty versus GG, this is a pretty tough one, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Sinister, how do you think that's gonna go? GG versus Royalty?
Team versus a Royal team. Put Goth on on Rise again, easy clap. But in all seriousness, I think GG Black has been playing much better recently. So it's going to be a close game, and I don't think I can make preemptive.
Dude, come on, you can't do that.
So far, but I think if Royalty can pull it together, they can maybe win. But so far, I think in general, I'll put GG on top for now.
Okay, 2-1, 2 dots. Tofu and lasagna at high level says Masancha. Yikes, that sounds interesting. How to cut everything in roast, the tofu and stuff. Do you not eat meat, Are you vegetarian? Okay. What kind of vegetarian? Otherwise, we got a vote so far, guys. Let's know in chat. One, everything is going to be a 2 for Nord in favor of GG versus Royalty. 2 for 1, GG versus Royalty. 2 for Nord in favor of Royalty. Or 2 for 1 in favor of Royalty. Eesh. Trying to get the chance predictions going into the cup. So we know that ATG are now out. So we can put a line to these guys. Let's go with a red line. Not that ATG. This ATG are out. So on subscribe.
I think if it is going to be a hard fight between the team, I think it's going to be closer. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-0 for either team. I think there might be a game drop either side.
Looks like we've only had one vote. Only one person's put the prediction through. I see how it is, guys. I see how it is. Nobody voting on the Royalty
dropping the
GG
insta vote for Spartan, obviously.
Obviously. But I'm still waiting on the Royalty guys to get back to me whether they want to do a post game or not. Maybe Duck will reply. Marcy again going for the answer. Loses 25 to wins. What's up, Serafina? How's it going? Welcome back. What you been up to? I have Spartan as a friend, says JD, and dude, that's so cool. Congrats. Oh, we gotta reply to the message. Near Donkey. Dude, God, not interested. Otherwise, the worst comes to worst, we just suck it up and get Red Raven back on. Why does bracket say VE versus Royalty? Because that is VE. It's a League of Legends team. What do you? Did I miss something? Oh, you're right. Shoot! I messed it up, dude. I am clearly brain farting. Not my best day today. Making a lot of mistakes. Penta here to keep me on my toes. Otherwise, Sinister, dude. I mean, we may have to just do this vote tomorrow to see if they can get their predictions, assuming they are games. Should we do a couple of ARAMs, 1 or 2 ARAMs in the call for the night, dude? Do you think people are keen for ARAMs? Anyone in chat want to play some ARAM?
I'm keen. I've been working for a while now, and I'm feeling for some league.
Well, open up the queue.
Gladly take up first in the queue.
If you guys want to get in for a game of ARAM US Custom, ! PLZ space in game name. How's on? I see you. As I went off to start. Not like this. Zerafina says, Pog, can you join us for some ARAMs? Guys, like Dad just did in chat, exclamation mark, PLZ. Space or in-game name if it's not the same as your Twitch. To get into the queue,
Of
which will
course
then
I'm
get
playing
you an
Dead. I'm not
invite.
at work tonight, so I can enjoy a bit of League of Legends.
Off till next Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm still off the Monday, so actually technically the Tuesday.
Okay, Pike. I want to be on your team.
I didn't even know
Says
Dead was
Stan.
Arabic, to be honest. So that's why I didn't know that was him requesting on Facebook.
Otherwise, Dark gonna come join us for a quick post game. Spartan Dark is coming. Awesome. Spartan, you wanna join us as well, dude? Get your opinion. You're welcome to join. We're on the long SA team speak.
Had an amazing time with Hollowful last night. Watched some MSI games till late, and then he
Okay.
had to go to sleep, which is
I
fine.
would have joined you guys, but I was super tired. My sleep schedule's actually fixed itself. Who freaking hacked their way into the TeamSpeak channel? Are we in a private channel?
We're not in the broadcasting. We're in the open one.
Sorry, whoopsies. Scuffed. Yeah,
But
what's up,
anyways,
Spartan
maybe they
Duck?
want to. Is this the winning interview? Because we haven't had it yet.
Yeah, this is it.
We have Spartan and Duck Zeta pulling.
So, Duck being the jungle for the current series, and Spartan being the owner of Royalty. What's up, you guys?
What's
What's
going
up?
Firstly, congrats on the win. That means you guys will be moving on to the semi-finals, which is pretty hypey. You guys are gonna be versing GG. So far, chat says that GG are gonna 2-for-1 Royalty. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Oh, have they played already? Are they playing tomorrow?
No. They're still gonna play, but that was we did some chat predictions. So they said the League of Legends team are gonna lose to GG Black 2-1 or 1-2.
Okay.
So Royalty's moved up, beaten ATG. So you guys are in theory according to chat, assuming it's Diamond Chat, not Silver Chat tonight, versus GG in the semis. But the predictions so far being that GG will beat you guys 2-1.
Which
See what
one?
happens.
What?
Dude, like, let them first get into the semi-finals before we call that they're gonna beat us. They must first beat a League of Legends team.
So you're just gonna take it day by day then, dude?
Yeah, it's just like it's no point in. I mean, we haven't played them in a while. We've made changes, they've made changes. You know, so it's hard to say like definitively where the team
Yeah,
stands.
that's
what's
exactly
kind
the
of
same thoughts I had when Sheepy asked me for my predictions on the game. It just feels like if teams make these changes, and obviously we're almost heading to leg 3, and for that you guys made changes. This is the Open Cup, which is almost like an in-between thing. So this is almost like a little bit of a practice stage. All teams are figuring out how the new teams are playing and how the new players are playing. So it's a bit early to say.
100%. Like the thing is, we still have some stuff to like figure out, and it's hard to figure these things out without our players like playing against the other top teams. Like, because it feels like it's been ages since we played another top team. You know, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say like definitively what's gonna happen. I mean, GG Black looked pretty good yesterday. I think I watched them play. They looked pretty good, but I don't know. It's hard. We'll see what happens. I mean, subscribe to PewDiePie looked good on Saturday, and they got,
Smashed.
rolled. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
We'll have to see what
the ego started crazy from that win on the cup the other day. But I feel like they've been put back in their place to an extent, not to be rude. But unfortunately, I knocked out the tournament, so GG, Nairobi All-Stars moving up to potentially take on WRG Goon Squad, who in theory, according to chat, will 2-0 against ATG. So, any predictions on that, guys? WRG Goon Squad versus Nairobi All-Stars? I mean, they versed them in the best of 1 in the cup, and they did, well, GG kind of did smash Nairobi's. Bot lane leaking pretty hard. But
well, yeah. I'm guessing WRG will probably beat Nairobi All Stars. It's hard when you like. Kiddo's good, yes, but is he good enough to like aggregate all of the other places where they like worse?
yeah.
Like match up worse against WRG. My answer will be no, probably not. Like,
Okay, so
yeah, no team has ever won by just having like one crazy player and a lot of average players. No offense to any of those players, but you know, compared to the people they're playing against, like lane for lane, like the only lane I see WLG winning, or not WLG winning, Nairobi also is winning is probably mid, maybe top lane. But mid, it would be my only bet if I had to put money on it.
Okay, fair enough. So Spartan's prediction saying that Nairobi All-Stars are going to lose against WRG. It would be a 2-0, 2-1.
I can see a world where like Kiddo goes insane on like something stupid and
Silas or
carries
something,
one game.
yeah.
Silas or Spike or something that he's liking now, which is just some cheese and the lane is weird to play and he gets ahead and then just like rolls in snowballs. I can see that happening in one game, but two games, nah, so probably 2-1. I've probably 2-0, but I'll give them one game.
Yeah, I think 2-1 is a good call. I mean, we even saw it the one game. Kiddo almost pulling that one game ahead for them in the tournament, going Silas and roaming to every lane. But at the end of the day, only one person. You can't be everywhere at once, and also late game is going to kick in. So, doing really well in the early to mid game, but late game catching up with them and losing that game as well. So
Yeah.
that could have been a potential win. That's why I think the 2-1 is a very decent call.
Dark, any other opinions?
I don't know how many opinions I can give. I was just hard flamed for my build, so I don't know how worthy it is. I was like, hard flame.
You build
for my
ninja
build.
tabs.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah.
you build
I'm telling
From-
you, once you
Wall.
scale, once you have the items, it makes fucking sense.
From the creators
but you
of
didn't have
Targon's
that,
or
so-
Relic Shield Rakan, dude. Brought to
Yeah,
you
dude.
straight from the press.
I have no opinions, dude. Let's put that in.
Duck, the man with no opinions.
That's me,
At
dude.
all.
Yeah, boy.
Just one.
Except on music, fucking songs are sick.
Okay, otherwise, I mean, guys, congrats on the win
Okay.
tonight. Although you were expected on paper to win, which you didn't exactly that. Felt like the second game was a lot closer than the first. First one, I think they went north for 1 for 20. So that was something. Bit of a Nairobi's WRG flashback. Second game, Red Raven looking very strong, was 4 for 0 on Kaisa at one stage. Were you guys concerned at all about that?
I mean, our entire team scaled, so not really.
Okay, so it's a
Mm.
hard no. So let's just say never. Gotcha. First game, I personally like the comp a lot. A lot of very, very highly contested picks. You guys seem to get everything you could possibly want. Besides the Nami, maybe a Nautilus or something that would have been better. But it was banned away. Somebody requested the dark side. So in chat, I can't remember who was mentioning how your first comp was maybe lacking engage. Did you guys, were you aware of that at all? Was that something you guys considered? No engage in the
You have
first
to
team
speak
comp?
to Alpaca about that.
I mean,
Alpaca's coach.
no opinions.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You're welcome to decline another question you'd like. Sinister, anything you'd like to ask tonight, Steve?
No, not ask, just say, put in Garth Moore in mid lane with Rice Beast. Hopefully it doesn't get banned out every time now.
Probably if we put him in mid, it will be banned, to be honest.
Yeah,
Hey,
that-
they
that
won't
nice.
know if you pick. You're a man of great picks and bans. Just make sure you pick it on early. Make it look like he's gonna go jungle by picking like J4 jungle and then just flexing it around, and they won't know.
Celestial just saying that they're robots, which you get told to play. Basically, it's Alpaca playing Football Simulator, or Football Manager, with League of Players instead. These are just they're just numbers. Get told what to do, and depending on how Alpaca drafts and stuff, is depending on how well Royalty does. Will he come third? Will he come first? Let's find out soon enough. But other than that, guys, congrats again on the win. Yep, Swan.
I just want to say something. Penta Demon, you have not even played one VS gaming game. Don't come talk about subbing for my team. That's not happening. That's not happening anytime soon. And I've told
There's
you
already like 20 players in the Royalty roster, so
We
we
have
have
a 14-man
to
roster already. We
clear
don't
up
need
some
more
space
players.
first.
Yeah, we don't need more players. We have enough.
You still have Sheepy dying in your roster.
I don't know,
as
yeah,
Hey,
I'm
you need
third
that.
up
You gotta
sub,
pull that
dude.
out,
I'm third up sub. Never touched a game in the entire 2 legs in a cup that we've played. But Celestial saying his brain lagged. He's old now.
Played some? You
No, I
played
haven't.
some?
I have not, dude. I've not played a single game.
Practice. You played some practice game.
I played with
Yeah,
Academy
but
team a fair amount.
Yeah,
But,
there we go.
Other than that,
Day
guys,
21.
no complaints on my side. Anything you'd like to say to chat? Anyone that may have come out particularly to come speak to watch you guys play tonight?
I didn't play, but thank you for watching my team play.
Okay, fair enough.
I hope you enjoyed it. Dark, say something.
I said yeet.
Does it... That's not... Say something more intelligent.
It's quack for us, dude.
Gonna yeet his score right into the enemy.
I don't have a brain, dude. I got.
Just
some
gank your brother
mechanics
and
that
make
don't have
him mad.
much of a
That's
brain.
your tactic.
Yeah, well,
That
game
was
2, you
the-
entered into him.
What game 1 did?
Yeah, game 2, you just entered into
That
him.
one time when you ganked and he just stood still and started recalling. Yeah, that sounds like a classic one.
Kiddo saying a Spartan
bad.
waiting on the paycheck. Don't know what that's about, but I'll let you
Oh,
guys
it's in the
work it
mail,
out.
dude.
Yeah, SA
in the
mail.
mail.
Did you know how it is? May not arrive. May arrive empty. Just one of those things. You never know. It's like a gamble. It's a game in itself.
Yeah.
Paying for the suspense.
If you knock out Goon Squad, I'll PayPal you $1.5.
$1.5, dude. That's,
That's a
almost
good.
enough.
That's a good deal. You should take it.
That's
Take it now.
That's
solid
like,
plan,
that's
dude.
like 15 rand, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So that's like almost 20 rand. That's a
Make
good
it,
deal.
make it pound, and you have a deal, dude.
That's what I always request bronze
I don't
straps.
have that type of money, dude.
Royalty will never lease his pants 100%, dude. That's a lot of nuts, this Celestial. How many nuts can you buy for 15 rand? Find out next time. But guys, much appreciated for coming through. You're welcome to join us for some